Because I'm worth it.
Yeah.
Hello.
I've just read the private chat.
Are you okay?
If you want to talk about fashion, it's like, yeah, please. It's my favourite topic. Can't you tell? I am the king of fashion.
Listen, you were in that whole stream with me and Blabs talking about fashion from the Oscars. You were in the whole thing. He was there. He was at the Oscars. We found a picture of him there. We're like, how did you get over
I thought it
there?
was as weird watching it as... I think I said it was weird at the time. I'm like, this is the girliest stream I've ever been in my life.
Yeah.
You were like, oh, look at her shoes.
And he loved it.
It was like the cattiest thing ever. It was like, here's somebody who's attractive. She's in a nice dress. What can we actually find wrong with her? Oh, she's got ugly shoes.
It's pretty based, actually. Yeah.
Thanks, Mike.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah. That was Xray's food.
I'm full right now, so
she's not hungry right now. It's good.
Eat.
Can't eat. Aw. Yeah, she's tired. She's ready to go home. You guys are going home
being
tomorrow,
on holiday.
right?
Yeah.
I know. It's exhausting.
It is though.
I can't work. I have to sit here and relax. It's the worst. Yeah.
Honestly, it's really bad.
Yeah.
I mean, you go to Orlando and then you go on this holiday and then you get heat exhaustion and then I need another holiday after this.
Yeah.
He's gonna go right back to work.
They don't have any heat resistance in Canada, so.
I know. I like the snow.
It's cold there.
Yeah.
It's probably like 30 degrees there, so you'll be good when you get back.
This is what I would never go on holiday, like anywhere hot.
Yeah.
I know a load of English
I
people
live
that are
where
like,
it's
oh, I'm going to
hot.
go to Spain. It's my idea of hell.
Yeah.
I didn't choose the location. This is a family vacation with the in-laws, and they're loving it. So.
Oof. Well, if they're having a good time, you're probably only having an okay time. I get it.
I mean, I get to relax, sleep, swim. I wanted to do more videos, but I tried streaming, and it was like chop, 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 chop.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I don't understand that whole idea of going vacationing somewhere hot. People are like, let's go to the Bahamas or like the beach. And I'm like, so I can have sand in my ass crack for the next week and be overly warm. Yeah, no, thank you. I'd rather
You'll
go do
be
something.
sandy meek.
That's I've been in the airports watching people come back off these holidays, and they're all just like bright red, sunburned to hell. It's like they just went off on the conveyor belt thing, turned around on the other end, got cooked, and then came back.
Yeah.
To be fair, though, Disparu, you are from the UK, where like everyone is pasty white.
Yes.
It rains.
We should remain.
Burnt.
That's the way we should remain. I don't know why people would go to a hot country to get sunburn and come home.
Yeah, I don't get
I
it.
don't burn easily, so I'm good.
I don't either.
It's like Drunk
Italian,
3PO is like, oh, I love the Florida weather because I've got
So do I.
AC. It's like, so you hate the Florida weather then because you've literally built in technology into your house to avoid it.
Well, only during the summer. I mean, Florida's weather is fantastic.
Yes. What is it in the summer?
Like 100 degrees in
Yeah,
August.
it's hot, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nobody likes the heat. They just lie about it and put air conditioning in.
I like the heat. I'm gonna like 80, 90s kind of pushing it. I like the 80s, which that's basically what
80s?
Florida is most of the year. Yeah. Well, hey, I've been here a year now. I'm used to it. I'm used to it.
God.
I'll say this: the
God.
alcohol
Sassy.
and the food. That's where it's at
In Florida?
Those types of holidays.
Oh,
No.
where you are? Oh, yeah.
I was gonna say, you don't need to go on
freaking-
holiday for that.
I was very jealous of Mark. He's like, I had like 8 mojitos, and I was like, he seemed fine too. I'm like, you got high tolerance there.
There's Italian blood, yeah.
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 Nah, I don't know
Stores in his
about
leg.
that. Eight mojitos for me, I'd be like,
No.
wait, what did you just say?
Only Xray was the one who heard it.
I didn't
Actually,
hear
yeah.
it.
I said he stores it in his leg, and everyone
Oh,
carried
that's
on.
pretty
I was
good,
like, well, I'll let that one go.
It's like a slow drip, yeah. Oh. 80s is bad. No. Here's the thing about hot and cold. With cold, you can just keep putting on layers. You can start a fire. You can do things to regulate the cold. When you're hot, you can only take off so many things. And eventually you'll start peeling off skin. And if you don't do it, the sun will do it for you.
That's what AC is for.
Yeah, but what if you don't have AC?
You hate the heat. You don't
I
like
don't
the heat
hate it.
You like the idea of being in a warm place. I get
when
it.
it gets too hot, yeah. I like being outside. I like
But
Florida's nice for most of the year.
When
60
it's cold,
degrees,
you can easily put on clothes to get to the temperature that you want.
60 degrees is like my favorite weather. Like 60 to 65.
60 is nice. That's
60
nice.
overcast and 60 is like my favorite weather that exists in the world. I should just move over to the UK.
So you like
just say
sun and
whatever,
60 degrees.
Whatever, like 18 to 21.
No sun.
Which would be 64 to probably about 70 something.
Yep. And like
64 to 70.
Yep. And then like if it's overcast or like really heavy clouds with a little bit of sun, it's perfect. It's the best day ever. When it's like sunny out,
you're basically English.
God. Yeah, I have to like walk outside and look at the stupid sun all day. I'm like, oh God, okay, here we go. All right.
I don't want this vitamin D. Get it away from me.
Yep. People feel all happy. They try to talk to you. You're like, don't talk to me. I don't have time for this.
I haven't had my coffee.
You're definitely English. No one talks to you over here.
I don't even drink. I don't drink coffee. That's the worst part. That's probably why I'm always yelling, because I don't drink coffee.
You'd say caffeine.
Yeah.
You'd yell more if you drank more coffee.
That's probably what
you'd have even more energy.
Yeah, that's what people tell me. No, I just yeah. No, I'm just bitter and angry about the heat. So.
Oh, that's a cute hat. Oh, look at that. Look at that.
We're just ragging on her vacation.
My head is like.
You can't complain about a vacation.
Coming out right now.
It looks good though. It looks nice.
Yeah, it does.
Thank you. But I like
it looks nice.
Disparu, you want to read Maz's member? Thank you for being a member for 6 months, Maza.
How about a nice cup of liberty?
That was really
Look, he's been playing Helldivers 2, so have I.
He finally watched Top Gun too. I'm so proud of him. He loves it. He's obsessed. I'm proud of him.
He didn't say anything about the 5th one being the
best. Never watched Top Gun?
He just watched it Friday for the first time. And then I'm like, you're going to want to watch Maverick right away. And he was like, I'll wait 20 years, but he didn't. He was like, I'm watching Maverick now. I'm like,
Maza can barely read books. So.
It's okay, Maza. I can teach you math.
No, you can't. You can't teach Maza.
You live close to Asia, so you must be good at math.
No, he's not. He's good at not wearing shoes and confounding the scientists of the world with how.
You have to remember, if you go back through Moz's ancestry, it's just a long list of criminals.
Yeah. Yeah, and all of them practice some kind of dark art. So,
and as they were a colony, a lot of his family tree is probably like a stick.
Yeah. Yep. Like a literal stick, not like a.
I don't think he's even here.
Like a straight up.
Oh no, he's here.
Stick. Yeah.
There's no tree. There's just a stick.
Yeah.
He's in a town with like 20 people in it and a pig. So there's not much breeding stock.
Don't call Maza a pig.
We didn't
say he was the pig.
No.
Oh, okay.
He's agreeing, actually.
That's true. See?
Yeah. The pig was
why he likes liberty.
Yeah.
The
pig was using the blood sacrifice to summon Maza.
You have to. Maza is the kind of person that got banned from a bakery.
Yeah.
He didn't have shoes on. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he was drunk in a bakery.
Yeah, with no shoes.
All he wanted
That's because
was
he lost his shoes.
They probably thought he was homeless.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
Yeah. How do you lose your shoes for like months? You just didn't know where they were,
How do you not have more than one pair of shoes?
Because it's Maza. You know better.
And
you
it's
know
Australia.
This. Yeah,
this is what the heat does to people.
Yeah. They're all mildly poisoned over there too. Like, yeah. Because everything's poisonous. All the food they eat is poisoned. Mm-hmm. Everything has venom.
You have to look at your shoe because there might be a poisonous spider in it.
Yeah, Maza just puts his shoes on and gets stung by whatever's in it, and he just
he doesn't check.
Now I'm seeing like two types of Australians. There's the Shads of the world and the Mazas of the world.
Well, I don't know whether it was Shad, but I said to some Australian, it's like, I don't know how you can live there with all like the poisonous spiders and stuff. You've got to check all your clothes to make sure there's nothing in them. And one of them went, well, it's fine. You get used to shaking them first. they're probably not that poisonous. I'm like, that's not
just a
that's
little
not an
bit
excuse.
poisonous. It's okay.
It's just a little poison.
A little
It won't
rash.
kill you.
You're fine.
Yeah.
I saw a video of a guy in Australia walked outside and there was just like spider webs and just like, but it was crazy. I'm like, is this for real? Because I will never step foot over there if this is for real. And I think it was. And
it is real.
Holy moly.
Everything you've ever seen from there is real. Like all the bad things you see in Australia, they're real, and it's probably worse.
I saw a snake going from a roof into a tree into another tree. And I'm not going.
Not
I
going.
don't need to.
No. That's the thing. Watch those
Risk it for a
videos.
I don't want flying snakes.
Flying snakes? No, that's I'm out. I don't know where those
But they
are.
have those things.
Well, I'm
They have
never
spiders
going
that just
to
fly
Australia.
in the air and drop into trees.
I'm glad that Blabs made it back. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Risk it for a biscuit for 50. Thank you so much for the super sticker. Should we do, you know what? We have something special that's new. And since Mike's here.
I know what this is.
I want to see Mike.
This is my vibe.
Wiggle his hair. Yes. Look, at some point that video was higher resolution.
Yeah.
It was.
At some point.
It was.
No, that was like worse than
You're
144.
Yeah.
Like P.
It just adds to the charm.
It was 10.
To be honest, it adds to the charm. Thank you for
Yeah.
the 50.
I don't have dandruff ruin Leon. Get the fuck out of here. Can we boot him? Are we allowed to kick Leon?
I mean,
No.
Mozza was in the stream, so you know we've already got low standards.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
If
I
you
don't
allow
know.
Mozza in, basically everybody else is fine.
Yeah. Xray girl was like, "Can you do it, please, for Disparu?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's gonna get used against me." Sure.
It's okay.
why not?
I mean, the low res just adds to the charm. It's fine. It
Yeah.
actually was. It looked really good when she sent it to me on Twitter, but Twitter doesn't let
Oh,
you
you
save.
didn't download it from Twitter.
It wouldn't let me.
Good.
Yeah.
No.
He's like,
That
I want
was
low
probably why it
res.
was low resolution.
Well, she
Yeah.
had to send it to me
By
email.
a carrier pigeon, by the looks of it. It was like in zeros and ones. You had to
No,
type
it was
in.
by BBC Pigeon.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
pigeon. Put the pigeon in the chat, guys. That's the one that she sent over with our little doopy
The
pigeon.
internet.
The internet.
Internet.
We did a peepo.
Why do they buy these things?
Holy crap! Psychotic Mongoose gifted 5 memberships. Thank you so much. Here, we'll give Mike a break.
Thank you.
Saucy. Oh yeah, but not me a break.
You're never gonna
No.
break. You work here.
You're
You haven't
the
even
thought,
recorded
Disparu.
yourself.
Yeah.
There's tons of clips. She just chooses to use you.
Because they're the best. Everyone loves it.
It's
They
pretty
love
nice,
it.
Actually. Yeah.
It is. And you know, I can't do that hair flip that you do. Like it's very
I'm just
Yeah.
being
I actually
objectified. This
think-
is disgusting.
Yeah.
Chat. Should Wicked put a poll up seeing who would you rather see objectified in this group?
all right, hold on, give me a
Disparu's
second.
gonna win. He's
He
gonna
will.
win.
Yeah.
Hold
Disparu
on.
I
will
know
win
you
that
think the
hands
internet
down.
wants girls.
Nope,
Yes, they
want
do.
British people.
You're setting them up by you saying this. If Mike said it, it'd be different. If Mike was like, "Look, do you want to see Disparu or do you want to see them too?" Like, it'd be an entirely different poll.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. But we also do like watching British people debase themselves. It makes us very happy.
Well,
This
I
dude
mean,
doesn't get drunk 'cause he's British.
yes.
Just gets
Only on milk.
saucy.
I get married.
Yeah, he gets very
gets
saucy.
very-
I've
Yeah.
seen Disparu at his sauciest, and it's pretty good. He
My
even tells
favorite
you,
was
he's
the
like, "I can't believe
20K.
you let me do that. I can't believe you brought me on this stream. What a terrible decision you've made." It was
People keep asking me to go on the stream. I'm like, this is a bad idea.
yeah. They're like, "Oh, it'll
fact,
be
it's a
fine."
bad
I love
idea.
it though.
In the last Las Vegas
Sauce.
thing, my favorite moment of one of the streams, I think Steph was streaming, and she just goes up to Quarter Black, and he just stands there and goes, "You don't want me on the stream," and then kind of falls down a bit on the wall, and then staggers off that way.
It's amazing.
Oh, I love Garrett.
It was so good.
Oh my
And
god.
Steph's just like, "Oh," and that carries on.
Damn, Eric Stratton said if Mike was a girl, then him. Oh no. Oh no.
Well,
Yeah.
poll is up real quick before we hop into stuff. I don't want to skip over all these super chats, guys. Sorry. Mark of reality before we started for $2. Thank you. Holy well, the dew cometh. I don't know what that means, Mark.
I think he means that's the dude.
Oh,
I
right.
think it's
The
Epic
dude.
Mics.
There you go.
dude.
This
Yeah.
Bru's in his. He's so
Oh,
happy right now.
he's
He's
even
getting so many
fluffing it.
wiggles.
Yeah.
He's getting so many wiggles from Mike. That's all he ever wanted.
Yeah.
He wishes he had all that. Wicked Steel for 5. Thank you so much. Hey, Wicked Extra Girl, Disparu, how are we doing? Don't forget Mike.
No,
Hi,
it's
Mike.
people don't forget me.
The
Don't
random
forget
guests.
Mike's here with some saucy conspiracies. Good evening, Wicked Extra, Mike and Disparu. Thank you for being a member for 8 months, Corey.
Yeah. Conspiracies have gotten a little less fun because they started all being true.
Yeah.
So then you just are the guy running around screaming about things being true in the world.
You just start looking like Madam Web.
Yeah.
You predict
Well-
slightly in the future.
Shik74, thank you for the 199. Barrel 316 days. What epic Mike? What?
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 What? There you
What?
go. Perfect. Deranged lunatics, been a member for 4 months. Thank you. Now you know why Anakin Skywalker hated sand so much. Mike gets it. He doesn't want
Yeah.
sand in his butt crack.
I hate sand. It's
He hates
irritating.
it. Get
It's
your
coarse and
lightsaber.
irritating, and it gets everywhere. Yeah.
I mean, he was right about that.
No.
And Deranged Lunatic for another 199. Thank you. Amanda, how does one get used to humidity? It's not always humid here. That's the thing. That's everyone thinks that Florida is just like always humid. It's not. It can get a little irritating when it's super humid, but I guess I've just gotten used to it. We lost X-ray for a minute. She'll be
And
back.
then they probably
Oh,
have
she's back.
dehumidifiers as well. It's like,
Yeah,
I really
that
love this
too.
weather. That's why I do
back.
everything to change it.
Multi member for 6 months. Thank you. Explain yourself, Wicked. The only emoji with the torch, so don't judge. Meek is how I was introduced to you. Glad to stumble into this. Really? Oh yeah, was it when you were on Wicked's World? That was a fun. We talked about Barbie. Like was one of
Yeah,
the last people
oh.
I thought that would have.
I'm surprised they stayed.
Yeah.
That's enough to never come back. Is like I come all the way over here and you make me talk about Barbie?
Yeah, I surprised everyone by not completely hating Barbie. It was a huge thing. Yeah.
Celluloid Dream, been a member for 1 month. Thank you, Mike.
Yeah.
Please cornrow just for Bruce hair.
We
I
could
think that's
probably
actually
do that.
illegal under British law.
That's
It's
probably
illegal.
I'm
Oh,
not even
true.
yeah.
Yeah.
It'd probably get classified as some kind of hate crime.
Yeah. Like that's super racist. Put him in
Yeah.
jail.
Is that
Yeah.
Thought of a
appropriating
hairstyle.
culture?
It would be pretty great though to watch Disparu have to get hauled off to jail for cornrows and then
Yeah.
like walk into jail with them. Yeah. Like what is that? Yeah, what did you get put in here for? You
Plus,
know.
I've heard too many nerdrotic stories to want to go to prison with longer hair.
That's fair. Yeah.
You'd shave it real quick.
Well, yeah, someone would.
We gotta find this outfit.
Uh-oh.
What outfit?
Yeah.
Are you
I'm really
shopping on a
concerned
stream?
She's
No,
like,
I
"Oh,
was
look at
before
that. I
this
would
video.
love this.
I know.
No, I'm
This
trying to
is
find
shopping
so
for
fun to
outfits next week.
cosplay in. This is my
Oh,
favorite.
So cute.
Oh my god. X-Ray girl, look. It's so
I would, and
pretty.
she'd be like, "That's cute."
Yeah.
No, I'm looking up the Zendaya C-3PO
Oh, yeah.
outfit.
Look, Star Wars would have been more popular if C-3PO looked like that.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah.
Here we go. I
My
got
thing
it.
is like how actually like
Oh
transparent.
my
are
god,
they?
I didn't look at this like up. Okay, hold on. Let me share the screen. I didn't look
I-
at it like big. I didn't
did.
realize that you could like. Of course,
the-
I
the-
see why.
I'd be very be careful about
He's like-
the
Should I close it out? We're gonna get
Well,
in
no,
trouble.
I think they're covered. I think she's wearing like a bodysuit underneath it.
Like the Madam
Can't
Web,
see
she
the
also had a
nips.
body.
Yeah, like there's like a skin colored bodysuit underneath it.
Mike's like, I
Uh,
seen it. I
Yeah,
am.
because she doesn't have a belly button if you look. So,
Mm,
but she
But
does
is
not
that-
look comfortable at all.
no, it's weird because she always has pretty good. I don't know what this was for, but I remember when she did that really pretty Cinderella dress, like where it like lit up and it looked really nice, and then
Yeah.
now she's got what?
Okay, but now compare it to the picture that I've just put in the chat.
See,
Because people are like, "Oh, it's C-3PO." It
what
isn't.
is that?
No.
Who is
It is this.
That is the cyber woman.
If you zoom in, Control Plus, then that is the Cyber Woman from Torchwood, Doctor Who Torchwood spin-off.
Oh,
Wow.
okay. I'm like, I don't know. I
that
don't know
episode was horrible. I
It
didn't
is.
like it.
It's one of the worst ones, and I think
Oh, it was
I think
Doom Premiere.
I think Chibnall made it. That episode.
Yikes. We should have known better.
I think.
I-
well, the boyfriend should have killed her. By the way, that's how I think that would have saved the
Well, yeah.
episode.
The Cybermen, or Cyber Women in this case, want to take over the world and kill everybody. Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, why am I winning in the poll? I thought you guys wanted Disparu.
Somebody mentioned the Ada dress.
Well,
I
there
think
we
that-
go. Wicked.
I don't know why you would ever think that. This is the internet.
You
Yeah.
got
Know
second,
your audience.
though. You got second. You're only like 3% behind me.
That was because Xray Girl
right.
set it up.
Yeah.
I'm
Somebody
gonna wear
mentioned the
turtlenecks
Ada
from
dress.
now on. You're welcome.
Yeah. Somebody mentioned the Ada dress, and then like she just skyrocketed up in the polls.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You've just got to play to their imagination.
We need Xray Girl. If you want to win these polls, you got to start. I don't know, wearing more cosplay stuff.
Yeah.
I have a American bikini I wore on the beach yesterday.
But you didn't show anybody.
There you
Why?
go.
You're
No,
Canadian.
You can't win. Yeah.
I wore it once
That's-
as a joke.
That's the
And
most
then-
Canadian thing ever. Yeah. Or American thing ever.
It's
actually.
actually a good
to
bikini,
crave
too.
being conquered.
Yeah.
See, look at Burger King Crown guy picked you, Disparu.
Well, that was just a bad decision.
Yeah.
Like you've got one vote and you wasted it.
That's not how America works, Disparu. You just have to pretend you're dead or being illegal. You can have
Oh,
as many
yeah.
votes as you want. Yeah.
All right, so this was for the Dune premiere. I don't know.
Look,
I don't
you
get
can
it.
see that she's trying to find a place to put her hands.
There's
so she
nowhere
can,
to
like,
like
rest.
comfortably pose.
Yeah,
She
if
can't
you
even
watch
straighten her arms.
No, if you watch the video, you can see that every time she's moving around, she keeps like doing weird movements because she's trying to get comfortable. Like, and I'm like, did they make her like sit through the movie in this? I don't know.
Oh my God,
Hope
what?
not. That's
premiere?
She
cool.
probably didn't even watch the movie. I mean, Madam
That's
Web
true.
never did.
She
Be like-
can't even go pee.
Yeah,
Well,
they
she
have to,
probably
like,
peed
take her
before she
out of
put it on.
Yeah, well, some of those costumes they just tell you like don't pee. You can't pee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you do, you'll fill your boots and everyone will see it. So that's a bad idea.
Yeah. They're like it'll rust the suit. We'll be
Yeah.
furious with you.
We
Yeah,
can't
there's
put
like
it on eBay afterwards. It'll be horrific.
Yeah. There's like videos of her walking around and you can see like people are holding her up and she has like nowhere to put her hands.
But
Here, I'll
it's because, especially being a movie premiere, they had to do something that was strange enough to get noticed.
Yeah.
In order to get all of this press, which is what it's for.
Well, see, my thing is like Dakota Johnson had the right idea. She just wore like a chain link bodysuit with nothing, or like chain link dress with nothing underneath.
Yeah, and then she got
There you go.
showed up by everyone else on the set.
That's true. Yeah.
See, thanks,
Yeah.
Mike.
Watch.
Oh,
hey,
there we
watch her
go.
walk.
Let's watch her.
Awkward.
She could be
Watch
like,
her
Hey,
walk.
look
Okay,
at the
there
guy
we
in the middle. The guy in the middle.
Yeah.
he's looking at
Where's he?
her tushy.
He's not there to keep her up.
Yeah.
He's-
He's like, whoa.
He's
look at
very
that.
preoccupied.
Keep him
Yeah.
up.
Look, and he saw that he got caught by the camera. He's like, oh no.
Yeah.
Back away
They've seen
slowly.
me. Wait
I'm
till
still
you
not
get.
sure
Wait
what
till
the
you
guy
see.
on the
Look,
left's looking at.
look how she's standing. She's like, I don't know what to do with my hands.
Look, this is why women never fought in medieval wars, because this is kind of stuff they'd have. The men would be in armor and they'd be like, "Oh well, I've got to show a bit of flesh."
Yeah.
See?
See, that's a
Nice.
nice outfit.
I think Florence
No, it looks weird.
Hugh is pretty, but she was
Well, it's
one of the
better
ones
than
that had a
metal
weird
suit.
outfit on. She was the one that was wearing the brown bag for the Oscars.
What?
Weird. It looked like she had like she was right. You know when you get like a big package and you have that brown paper that's all in it.
Yeah, but me
That's-
and
she
Mike,
looked like she was
we
just
were always
rolled up
well
in-
aware of what it's like to have a big package.
Yeah. That's very true. Yeah. 100%.
Obviously.
Dun, dun. Actually, it doesn't have her sounds.
No, I was just miming for jokes.
No, this looks fine. That's kind of cute, actually.
It isn't. The thing over her head makes it look ridiculous.
Well, it looks very
and
Dune
now,
though.
now who's being catty?
Well,
looks
it's
very
better
Dune,
than the
though.
metal dress, is what I'm thinking.
No, the
I-
only
I like
difference is
the
you're lying about her.
plunge. I like the sparkle
Sorry,
in the
Plebs.
dress part. It's
Yeah,
very
it's cute. It's very. You're right. It's very Dune.
Yeah, you're cheating on Blabs with us.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm okay with that. Can we mute Blabs in the chat, actually? Am I a mod?
you
Can I
say
mute
mute her?
Blabs? Yeah.
No,
Me and Blabs
she's a
have
You
mod,
should be
so
on. Actually,
mod
if
can't
you're
mute
not
a
Mike.
mod,
Hold
that's the
on.
problem.
Yeah, I've been trying to figure that out for a while now, actually. How I can get...
one's in the chat if you do Florence in this dress, or no. Two.
If I would
There's gonna
do
be
her in
one.
this dress?
Well, presumably you'd take her
Yeah.
out of the dress.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, I'm fine with keeping the
Or
dress
does
on,
it do
but-
it for you? Is that hot or not?
I mean, my robot
Why are you
outfit does
asking
enough for me.
men if like
Yeah.
that? It's like the lowest bar you can possibly.
The
give
robot
an
outfit
ass-
does enough for me to like make it work. I mean, yeah.
He's like, damn, I like Zendaya, so yeah.
you
of
just get
course
like a
I'll
little,
pick
you just get
this.
like a little can opener. And you just pop the top off. You're like, okay, that's good.
Electric or manual?
Oh my god, I can't say something in the chat.
Either way works.
Like,
You just
so
like
I
grab
can
her
make you a
arms and just, like
mod.
pump her arms up and down and like, yeah. Yeah, I'll do this.
So
with
there's
it. You can,
ones,
like,
there's
walk her
three. I
around
don't know
like
what
a
three
robot.
means. A lot of
all
I said
ones.
meh. It probably means he's gonna go home and do it himself.
I love how this turned to a Florence thing.
Three
Here we go.
is only if I'm in my own
You said
C3PO
can
costume.
opener.
Yeah. I feel like
Chad,
3 is like, I'm gonna go home and wear the dress myself. That's what 3 is.
You know, I
Should
think I
Disparu
should get
make
this
his
outfit
own?
from Mark.
There you go. You just walk around with your arms up like this, and you're like, haha, I'm comfortable. I'm having a good time. Haha. Yeah, it's kind of awful. And then Timothy
Like-
Chalamet like was wearing something really weird too, but yeah.
You gotta say
He's
something
weird,
in the
though.
chat so I can make you a mod.
Oh
And
yeah,
Mr.
yeah.
Here. Slack, and he's too busy talking about can opening Zendaya.
Yeah.
But
I
this
mean,
thing, imagine
listen,
if you like walking along and starts squeaking. You got to
Yeah.
say it with like WD-40
Here's
or
the
something.
Well, that's
what's
what I
the
post-
oil?
the oil
Yeah.
can. Yeah, I posted the Tin Man because that's what it looked
Oh,
like.
yeah.
Yeah, oil can. Yeah. It's pretty
Maybe all
bad.
she wants is a heart, just like the Tin Man.
Yeah. Or
And a
something.
taste in
Right.
fashion.
Yeah.
It's enough of that.
It's kind of awful, actually. Yeah, it's kind of embarrassing. I don't know who thought that was a really good idea, but
Yeah.
they
Who do you
did.
think would have thought that? Like her stylist,
None of
the
those.
movie people?
Well, no, I think she probably went to a style. There was probably a discussion about, you know, you need to get noticed. Then there was probably a stylist employed, but they will have said what will get us press attention, which is an
Yeah.
entirely different question than what will sell me as an actress to the next movie, which is what the premiere is for. Everybody on Madam Web recognized what they needed to do, which was look hot so that in your next movie, someone will hire you because you're a hot woman. They knew the job description, they got it done. She's like, I just want a PR. So she
Yeah.
makes herself look like a weirdo, and for some reason think that's going to help her career. And the Doom people think that's going to help the movie, when nobody's talking about the movie, because everyone's talking about how you
Yeah.
look like a massive retard. It is
Well, here's-
literally ridiculous.
For some
It's like the-
people, yeah.
Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, so one of the weird things is like it depends on how big of a star you are. Zendaya, whatever. She's probably like at the upper echelon of like popularity right now for actresses. She's one of the ones that like she's been getting a lot of work and stuff. A lot of times what happens is you'll have like a designer or a group of designers, and they'll be bidding for these different actresses and be like, hey, I have an idea. And like Disparu said, yeah, a lot of times it's like, this will get a lot of attention. This will put a lot of eyes on, and they'll pitch the concept or an idea to somebody. And then, you know, her publicist or her agent or whatever goes, yeah, we'll go with you. And that's why you have to, that's why they ask, who are you wearing tonight? Or that's why they talk about whoever designed that costume or whatever. And then, yeah, these people do not care. Like there's been a couple different actresses. I know Jennifer Garner talked about it, a couple different ones where like they talk about how the way they get these actresses in these outfits, they like, there's lots of tape and all kinds of stuff. And like, sometimes they're like in pain or like extremely uncomfortable. And like, they're just like, I can't wait to get out of this. Sometimes they can't walk in it. What you see is like, they'll like get carried over to a spot and dropped by a bunch of handlers, and they'll take a bunch of pictures, and then they'll carry them off because like they can't hardly walk in some of the things that they're in. Yeah, they don't care. It's just, like this said, it's about what is going to make the most press. And they're like, hey, look how weird and sci-fi we are with this outfit. Isn't that cool? And Zendaya's like, I'm extremely uncomfortable. And they're like, who cares?
That's like with the famous dress that Marilyn Monroe wore when she sang "Happy Birthday" to JFK. She had to get sewn into that dress. That's why people were so mad when Kim K wore it, because
Kim Kardashian, you mean?
yeah, Kim Kardashian wore it. Ripley's, I think, was a museum that had it, and she ripped it. And her, like, when the stylist
Well,
was
of
putting
course
it
she
on her,
did.
they were like, yeah,
She
they were
was
rubbing
more
all the
silicone
like
in her than a
gems
doll.
off of it.
Hey,
And
girl.
the thing is people think
you
that
fat bitch, you tore my dress.
Yes.
Yeah.
everyone thinks that like Marilyn was thick, but a lot of those pictures she was pregnant in, she was actually very tiny. And she was tiny when she wore that dress.
But
So
yeah,
it's like
because
she was
back
very
then people were human-shaped.
yeah. So yeah, people were so outraged when Kim K put that on. It's like, how you gonna like, just everyone thought that was like disrespectful, but she's got the money. So yeah.
Yeah.
But
That's what got me
um,
about the what was it, Stellar Blade, where you had people going, this is an unrealistic body type. It's like, no, that's what normal humans look like when they eat
Yes.
properly.
Yep.
That's what you should look like. If you don't look like that, there's something wrong with you. You need to
Yeah.
stop eating as
just
much.
We forget that
Drew,
like
stop
yeah,
eating.
Greek statues and
Well,
stuff.
that's how you
used to
lose
have, like-
weight. You eat normal amounts of food. I mean, this
Yeah.
isn't
Yeah.
complicated.
Yeah. Greek statues had like normal body types, and they're like average body types. It's weird. Yeah,
Well, you don't have to go
Yeah.
back to Greek times. You can look at video evidence from the 1970s. Every
Well,
country looks
yeah.
entirely different.
that's true too. Yeah. But they were also hippies back then. So we just try not to watch.
No, that was mostly a lie.
Wow,
as well.
hippie hate over here.
Most of the history, it was not peace and free love and everything. The weird thing is, you can go and ask people from the 70s, like, no, I don't know where that came from.
No, I just
Everyone wasn't driving around in a flower van.
I mostly just don't like hippies in general. It's just
I mean, who
like,
does?
They're like
I feel
American
like the smell
gypsies.
would be
You're like,
gross.
ugh.
Have you ever met anyone who goes, I need more hippies in my life? It's like, no. Imagine
If
the
they
smell.
do,
Could you
have to get
imagine
rid of 'em.
Disparu dressed like a hippie?
No, you know why we don't like them? Because they're also probably vegans.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they have weird
Yeah.
vegan diseases.
Never trust anyone who eats what my food eats.
Yeah. Only exclusively eats what your food eats. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You need
It's
meat.
weird.
You need iron. They're probably always very cold.
Yeah.
I don't know how they. Yeah. He said so seriously. Yes.
Yeah.
They're
It's all
freezing.
cold food there. Yeah. They don't. Yeah. They're too skinny. They're malnourished. Yeah.
It's massively cruel as well. I mean, at least
They
a
don't
cow has a chance
shave
to
their
run away.
armpits.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I was gonna when we were talking about like publicity stuff. Kristen Stewart's Rolling Stone cover, disgusting. Yeah. It looks nasty. I don't even want to bring it up. I'm sure everyone's seen it. We don't need to look at that again. I don't want to
Well,
look at it
it's
again.
weird to me that the new idea for like Hollywood and female empowerment is how can I look ugly as fuck so that men don't find me attractive. I'm like, here's the thing: if men don't find you attractive, most people don't find you attractive. Like, it's not just men. Also, women can be like, oh, she's pretty or she looks nice. No, also women are going, wow, you look really gross. And she's like, yeah,
No. The women will tell her to her face she looks amazing. Then
Amazing,
behind
She
her
looks
back,
so good.
They'll
her
say
back
she
say
looks
she looks
gross.
like
Goth
shit. Yeah.
queen.
They're
Yeah.
like, hey, just rub some more bacon grease in my hair. Oh no, it's got to be vegan. So rub some more tofu grease in my hair and like,
Does tofu have grease?
yeah. Can I have like an old, I don't know,
Olive oil,
and
maybe?
grab me like an old
Nobody cares. It's
jockstrap.
tofu. It's not even
Yeah.
food.
Go grab me an old jockstrap from Goodwill and I'll put that on and I'll make myself look ugly as fuck. Isn't that cool? I feel so empowered as a woman, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Men find
Alright.
me grotesque. I
Yeah.
She
win.
basically looks like a man, though. That's the problem.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing.
Yeah,
too,
that's the point.
They look like ugly men, and once again, nobody likes ugly men. So
Mm-hmm.
nobody.
So that, yeah.
Zero. Yeah, we all saw what happened in The Hunchback. He did not get the girl in the end because he's ugly. So
True story. I
Yeah.
mean, that
she was nice to him. She's like, "Oh, you have a great
they're
personality."
friends.
He
But I'm
got
gonna-
friend zoned.
But I'm gonna hook
He
up
did.
with the
He
hot
didn't get
soldier. in the
friend
end.
zoned.
Yeah,
It was always
Mr.
going to be
Muscles
that
over
way.
there.
He got
Yeah.
pity zoned.
Yeah, he got pity zoned.
Oh, no.
And then in the end, he just like in the books, he hugged her corpse and died with her. No,
That's not creepy at all, is it?
He felt so bad, he just found her dead body and hugged it until he died.
It was the closest
Yeah,
he
who
was going
cares
to
if his
get.
heart was sweet? It was ugly, and he ended up not getting the girl in the end. That's what matters. That's the whole thing.
Yes.
Frollo was right the whole time. Maybe you don't throw babies in wells, but like Quasimodo was
that-
ugly. He was
And Mike's like, I'm
deformed.
not saying to do that, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm not advocating for
Look,
how
he's not
he-
California.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Mike is like, remember 300. Exactly.
And we try not to do that, but also in 300, it proved it right. He's like, hey, I'll help you. I want to be a soldier. And he's like, no, you're ugly as fuck and you're deformed. Maybe you could clean up the bodies afterwards. And the ugly guy was so mad, he ran to a bunch of yes men that said, oh, no, you're not ugly. We love you. And then he turned on people and he got his countrymen
Exactly,
killed for
Multi.
it.
And he was right as well. This was Sparta. So, you know,
Yeah.
It was just like
Yep.
stating facts.
was correct.
Yeah. Freaking jerk. He was like, yeah, that's what happens. If you tell ugly people they're not ugly, you'll
Also-
get your countrymen killed.
He didn't turn him down because he was ugly. I'm sure there was plenty of ugly Spartans in the army. He turned him down because he couldn't reach a spear high enough to be
Yeah.
properly effective in a fight. He was doing him a favor. You can't
Yeah.
fight, you will die. Go home.
Yeah.
I need to
Well, he
watch
didn't even
that
tell him to go
movie
home. He
again.
said, you can
Yeah,
clean
me
up the
too.
bodies after the fight. That'll massively help us. And
Yeah.
he was like, that's not good enough for me. I want to be a soldier. And then he didn't end up getting a soldier. They just gave him like 2 hot naked chicks who told him he was probably
Which,
good looking.
to be fair, is more than he would have got normally.
That's true. But then, look what happened.
I mean, from his
The
perspective, it was probably a
power of a
win.
woman.
yeah. Power of 2 women, 2 naked women. Florida
Good-
What,
That's
to
a
be,
lot.
used, to be used as a reward.
Yeah.
Wow.
No.
I'm a woman.
Wicked. Oh no, you're. This
Imagine
just
if
lucky
they
I
sent in
haven't.
Kristen Stewart. You probably would have been
Yeah.
like, "Nah, sorry, I'm not helping."
Yeah,
We're
is that-
good,
Is that
we're
a
good.
woman? Yeah, is that a woman? You know, like I don't know.
Like, what is that?
Yeah.
We can steal. Thank you for the $2. It's a Wicked Disparu battle here. When were we battling? I don't know. It happens a lot. It's either me or
don't know.
Xray usually.
We're
He
talking about ugly
battles.
people.
Jason
I've got a lot
Webster,
of
thank you for the
experience in it. I can
Australian-
talk with my expertise.
British people. No, there's no ugly British people. Okay.
Oh my.
Maybe in other countries. Like, at least
said
the
that- he said
accent
that
can
very,
carry
like,
you a bit. It
heartwarming.
can't hear.
Yeah. There's no ugly
Extra
British
Girl is
people.
the
You guys are too
sweetest.
cultured.
You're too, yeah, but he doesn't have a pocket watch. I know that
No,
disappoints
that's
you
true.
heavily.
Okay, you know what? Never mind. Yeah, that does. Listen,
You know what?
I didn't
Y'all are
think
ugly
anything
now.
could damage my estimation of Disparu. The fact that he doesn't have a pocket watch really
And a
hurts me.
monacle.
And a
Surely you
monocle.
Or a monocle.
If
That-
you're gonna have a pocket watch, you
Chad,
need
you
a
believe
monocle.
it?
Your glasses
That really hurts.
are kind of like two monocles.
That's who
No.
double monocled. I'm okay with that. I'll take that.
Okay,
I'll
so you get a
Fine
point for that,
monocled.
but
double monocled.
he
Yeah.
he needs to get a pocket watch and he needs to get a pocket so he can put the pocket watch in his
I'll
pocket.
send you one day, Disparu.
You'll send me a
Up your
pocket?
status.
Yeah, pocket.
You a
pocket
pocket
Yeah,
watch.
pocket
for your watch.
A
Just
custom,
a Velcro one.
custom
You
pocket.
can just stick it right on.
Yeah.
Any
I'll get you a
shirt.
pocket protector too.
Man, that might be a good invention. Sticky pocket. You just
Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go. If you need
Kinda
a
like
pocket
for the
watch,
back
don't
of
worry.
phones.
woman's wearing
With
woman's
their
wearing a
cards.
dress and she doesn't have pockets in it. You just sticky pocket. You know.
Oh
Yeah.
my
But
god, Zendaya could have.
Women always complain about not having pockets in dresses. The reason you don't have pockets in dresses is because it ruins the shape of your hips. And so this is something that women wanted.
It can be fine. Like it's so funny.
No, you
'cause
don't want an
girls will
unsightly
literally-
bulge.
No, if you have them
I
at the front,
do.
it's not that bad.
The
but, like,
women don't want a
it's not-
bulge.
Yeah, women don't want a bulge, but
Exactly.
men are like, yes.
That's why we have
That does make a point.
natural
Why aren't men?
pockets
Men should just have pockets on the
here.
front. Then you
Yeah.
then you really could be
Then
like,
you could
know,
really have a
is that a
bulge.
canoe in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me?
Oh
Yeah.
no!
Here, look,
Oh,
no,
it's a
that's
canoe. I carry it
Yeah.
around. with
Okay.
me.
Yeah,
It's a
hold on.
obviously.
Boop.
Yeah.
Everyone needs a portable canoe.
Speaking of built-in pockets, because listen, I didn't bring it up. Wicked did. One of the worst things about sometimes working at a bar is when you ask for people's IDs and then girls just do this.
Oh, it's also, yeah, that's gross. I
Yeah,
don't
and
use
you're like,
mine.
no,
I'm saying
I
girls
don't want to
do
touch
it.
that.
Yeah.
Like, just,
I
I've had
totally.
that
I mean, it's
happen.
better than them going, it's down there, go fish.
Yeah.
Go fish. Does that happen?
I have had that
Ew.
happen
Come
too,
on.
and then it's a little
No.
less gross. But not at the
Oh,
bar though.
wait, what?
Not at the bar.
My
This was when I was
favorite
younger, before I was
back in the
married.
day is because we have so many coins, like it would just be stuck to your skin. You wake up the next day and it like falls as you're getting them
You're like,
off
oh
your
my god,
tooth.
money! Like,
Where'd that
wow.
quarter come from? Like, just got an imprint. Oh my god. Jason,
Yeah.
thank you for the 5. Extra Girl is the sweetest and engaging. Wicked Virtue is fun loving, and Disparu is what you see is what you get personality. That's very
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, he's
Love
right.
that.
Absolutely.
He's like,
Yeah.
that's why I'm saying he doesn't get drunk. He just gets more British.
Saucebaroo.
Oh yeah, Satsbaru and Saucebaru. He's a man of many names. Justin Martin's gifted 5 memberships. Thank you so much.
Yes, queen.
Yes.
Sorry, but I'm not at
Pretty
all.
good,
It's
actually.
gonna happen
No,
a
you
lot.
shouldn't
That's
be sorry.
hey, he went on a whole thing. Like we didn't even bring you up, and he was just like, I want to see Mike wiggle his hair, and we're like, okay, well, we'll.
Yeah, but
probably
the
have-
way he wiggled his the way he wiggles his hair isn't the one I wanted. It's
Okay,
when he like
we'll get it
he
next
like
time.
bobbles and then
He did
the
this.
afro
He's
goes with his head
critiquing.
and it's like it's a solid thing. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Look how happy
good.
Disparu is.
Yeah.
Because he knows it's getting
The
clipped.
first time I got my hair braided, this was like, "Where did your hair go?" And I was like,
He
"It's
was
still
upset.
there."
Yeah, genuinely. I spent before. Well, no, I think I asked you in another stream. I spent a significant part of that stream wondering where your hair went. I've been trying to work it out. It's like no,
He's
well,
just
it can't.
staring at the camera
There's-
the whole
there's-
stream. Are you okay?
Surely there's
Disparu?
no way it can get wrapped up that tightly. It's like no, it goes around the back. It's like oh
Yeah.
right.
Oh,
Yeah.
Deaf Judah says Florence is
Business
win
in
because
the
her
front,
boobs.
Party
Got
in the
it.
back.
Well, it's like a coupling joke that I'm
Thank
not
you.
even sure I could say.
That's fair.
She's talking about what's the best way to say it. The flit stick is probably the best way. I think if I say the flit stick, everyone can probably work out what I'm referring to.
Yeah.
And she's like,
Yeah,
how come
I
men
don't know
can't
what that
find it?
means.
It's front and center. It doesn't pop round the back when it gets excited.
Yeah. It's pretty based. Yeah.
What?
The bean. He's talking about the bean.
The man bean?
No, the lady
Oh
bean.
my god, I'm gonna shoot myself.
The lady bean.
This is a tough crowd, folks. I'm telling you.
You don't want the
I
lady. You
didn't
don't
say
want
it
the
was
lady bean.
smart.
Of all
with
of
other
all the
things,
people
just
of all
now.
the people you would have thought could have grasped a joke like that, I thought it would have
Yeah.
been these two, but no.
I thought it was great. Yeah.
Okay, Lady Bean equals Flitstick. Got it.
Yeah.
Got
well, no,
it.
I was like, well, I probably can't say the name, so
Yeah,
I'll come
no.
up with a euphemism.
Yeah.
He does.
No,
He gets very
nothing.
like British when he says stuff like when he's like, "Oh, I have arrived." He's like, "I can't say what it really is." Remember the first time he said that? We're like, "Wait, what are you talking?"
What? I don't even know what you're referring
You
to.
said that we were talking about. I don't remember what we were talking.
Was I making
about.
a monkey dust joke? I may have been doing that.
I don't know. It was.
There's a
never mind.
monkey dust sketch about a newsreader, and all of his lines are done like this, as if he's reading the news, and everything is the same deadpan thing. And one of them is he's in bed with another one, and he's like, "This is amazing. This is amazing. Yes, keep doing. I have arrived. This is the best moment of my life." And that's a repeating sketch throughout the series.
Mike left.
No, I'm still here. I was drinking water.
Oh, what's up, Josiah? Aw, Mike's excited.
No.
What is it about Josiah that made Xray Girl get even more Asian? That was
Because I
You're
didn't
like,
get to see him. I thought I was gonna see him in Orlando, but
Yeah, but he
he
didn't.
wasn't able to make it, which is fine.
Yeah. It's
I'll
all
only
his
cry
fault.
about it a little.
No. It's
Cry
technically
about
all
it in
his fault
her.
that he wasn't able to make it. Actually, like it's the
He's
most.
like,
his
actually, it
fault,
was his fault, and
Yeah.
he's upset.
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally all your fault.
Yeah.
It's all right.
I don't know.
I don't know. Anyways, on to the next topic here.
Big gulps, huh?
No, big
Big
gulps, huh? Well,
Big ups.
Oh, Josiah's going to be in Vegas.
that is true.
I mean, I'm assuming
He's
so.
so excited.
Either
think
that,
so.
or he's just given birth and called it Las Vegas. Be a bit weird.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So, the only person on this panel that suffered through Madam Web.
That is what the Beckhams did. They told everybody that they were having a naming scheme where all of their babies would get named after where they were conceived. So one was
Really?
like one was like Paris and stuff. But then there was one that broke the thing and they didn't name about where it was. And some guy just went, I suppose you couldn't name it back of the car.
It's pretty great though.
That's funny.
Just name it Prius. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. SUV. Limo.
Well, it's fine if
No.
it's conceived in Paris, you know, that's kind of romantic. But if it's like Slough,
Nice name. Or Brooklyn, maybe.
Fiat
Yeah.
Punto in Slough, well, that's not a good
Yeah,
name.
Brooklyn, Paris, I get that, but like, I mean, look at what Kim and Kanye did, like Northwest.
Under a bridge,
Yeah.
you quickly
Back
run out of
alley.
options.
Yeah. She's like, oh, I'm alley, short for back alley. Yeah.
At your mum's house.
Bathroom.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jacksonville.
Mother-
Oh my
yeah.
God, that would be.
Mother-in-law's basement.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Oh, now the chat's just coming up with all these weird names.
Well, this
So-
was the thing. There was one of my favorite comics. What is he? He's from Newcastle. Ross Noble, and he does this entire sketch about how he was there doing the deed with somebody, and he was like, I don't know what happened. It just kind of came out of me. I just said this thing. It's like, you know what it is? You're trying to be spicy, and I was aiming for who's your daddy, and it's like, no, she just stopped. She was like, it was weird because instead of saying that, I ended up saying, where does your granddad live? He says, I got the wrong relative. It's easy to do when you're getting stressed.
Yeah.
And he says it would have all been fine, except she looked me straight in the eye and said, well, you should know we're in his kitchen.
It's really good. Shit's good. British humor's good.
It's a good.
It
Well,
is
no,
a
this
good
is the
one.
thing about Mike, right? Mike will go, yeah, that's funny. And to me, that just means sarcastic. Like, he'll just be, no,
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, for British people,
that was
that's like-
really funny. And it's just
Yeah.
like, sarcastic twat.
yeah, you cheeky fuck. And I'm like, I didn't explain it to him. I was like, no,
You.
that is really funny to me. I just realized
But I just haven't told my face yet.
Yeah, yeah. I haven't caught up to the joke yet. It takes me a second.
Yeah, we're a little behind on your British jokes sometimes. It's
Well, if
okay.
anyone wants British improvised comedy, he just stands on stage and starts talking. Ross Noble in the Park is from the
check
golden
that
age
out.
of comedy.
I love British humor, so it's
Yes.
actually pretty good. They're actually some of the funniest people in the world.
Well, look at
There's
this
Okay.
brew.
deadpan too.
So I don't care about this article, but I just pulled it up to have something up. Yeah.
Nobody likes that.
Disparu is the only one that suffered, and I don't believe this article because I don't think any critic actually liked it. Just from what I've heard, we're gonna let Disparu take this away since he's the only one that actually watched it. Thank you for your sacrifice, Disparu.
There was a review that was fresh. Oh no, it's actually listed in this, right? To the faintest of praise, it's not an unmitigated disaster. That was a positive review of Madam Web.
Yep.
So these are people desperately looking for a critic that liked the movie, and the best they came up with for the title is it's not an unmitigated disaster. No, it's mitigated.
Yeah.
Most people that like the movie say it's so bad, it's so awful, even down to like the ADR. Most films were like ADR. You look at the back of someone's head, you can tell they're not talking.
Mm-hmm.
But they'll just dub the line over. In this, they will unironically, without even a hint of attempting to cover it, do a close-up of somebody's face, the person won't be moving their lips, and lines will appear out of them. It is that... There's one bit where he asks this woman for a code to, like, some CCTV cameras, and she just goes... And then it's 9747. And she's like, well, you've been talking for the last 10 seconds. What happened to that bit of the script? Yeah. So, this is a script that's been massively changed. What is there is awful. I've got loads. I noted down all the lines somewhere in a notepad. Some of the worst ones.
This was pulling that up. I just want to point out one of the only fresh reviews I found so far. It's a travesty, a disaster, a blight on the history of superheroes in cinema itself.
Oh, the Irish Times.
I enjoyed the hell out of it. Yeah. And he gave it a fresh review. Yeah.
There we go.
The Irish Times.
I love the Irish Times.
Yeah, they add a whole string of just various different insults in the title.
Like,
damn, look at those ratings.
Didn't even like it, which is really sad in my opinion. Because usually they're going to try to get them to recommend it.
Madam Web's arc in this movie is she is angry at her mum for dying in childbirth. And then when she gets over being angry at her mum for dying in childbirth, like that was an option, like she did it voluntarily or something, then she becomes super powerful. Now, there is one bit of the movie that I liked where I don't like what they've done to the phrase, because, you know, it's like with great power comes great responsibility. They changed it to with great responsibility, you then get great power, which is essentially a feminist mantra. It is like, it doesn't really matter what you do, how you act. It doesn't matter what you do to other people. Just seek power for yourself. Well, no, just seek power for yourself. It is a desperate need to be a villain through your entire life. It's a horrible message. But that is what this does. Except when you get to the movie, it's not actually as bad. It's a horrible statement, but in the movie, the responsibility she's taken on is to be a mother. Except she's not having her own kids because she's got a cat called Cat. They're very creative. But she finds these other people who all don't have parents, essentially, for one reason or another, and she takes on that responsibility. So it's a weird message.
It's kind of a nice message.
Well, yeah.
Like to be kind and open your heart, I suppose.
Well, no. I mean, have kids as a woman is a good message that isn't told very much, but it's not really told like that either. It was essentially told like, fathers are horrible. Some mums are too, so you need somebody else to look after you. It's a bit weird.
Kind of like how like you trust your teachers more than you trust your parents, almost.
Yeah, that's been going on. Isn't there certain? I think it was Virginia,
I
right?
think...
Don't they have like a thing where you can tell like your teacher if you want to be trans or something, and you don't got to tell your parents, something like that? Or they're trying to pass that?
No, it wasn't that. It was more. It was the same thing as the whole mother thing. The way she gets over that is she meets like a spider mentor, but they have to call them spider people and spider persons because they can't use the word spider man. Like, there's literally at one point he's crawling along the ceiling, and one of them says, you know, he was walking along the ceiling. Oh, it was more of a crawl because he was using his hands, you know, like a spider person. And there's that weird, awkward phrase, like pause, where you're supposed to fill in man, and they're like, haha, no, we can't use that word. Weird. But weird. She meets the guy in the forest, and he basically kicks her out of her body like something out of Doctor Strange, and then sends her back in time so she can see her mum actually did care about her when she was pregnant with her, because you would have thought that was obvious. She did get pregnant with you, you know.
Oh my
bit weird.
God.
But she got over a childhood trauma of hating her mum, which is very Echo-like. She got over a childhood trauma with the villain in that, Kingpin, and this. what we're seeing is men will do something with a movie which will be like strong characters, they do heroic actions, they sacrifice themselves to save other people, but then women seem to be making movies where it's about trauma and going to therapy and getting over your emotions, and if you embrace your emotions, then you become really powerful. And a lot of that ends up with the people who make the movie just projecting themselves onto the characters, and in this, it seems to be, which I think is a modern trend, essentially a load of women feeling like they were a bit lost and separated from people, and they didn't really end up where they thought they would. So you've been pitched a life of sort of like you've gone through and you have parents, and then you go through and you get married and have kids. But instead, all of these people were strays. And she even says to a cat, "I was a stray just like you." And I think they were going for that kind of Barbie message, but missed.
Damn. Yeah, even on Instagram, like, I don't know what post I seen on, but I read a couple of the comments, and like just scrolling, it was all bad. It was like, oh, all two people are going to be disappointed. It was something about there not being an after credit scene, and there was comments like, oh, the two people that are going to see this movie are going to be really disappointed. Like, there was just nothing positive in the comment section anywhere that I didn't look that much, but normally you see something, but no. Yeah. This movie is just nobody's excited for it. There's nothing to be excited for. That trailer was just horrible. It didn't make me want to see it at all. Like, that there was not one good part in that trailer. It was so weird.
Yeah.
And just dry and boring.
Well, the story, because it became a meme, right? Ezekiel was with my mom in the rainforest researching spiders right before she died. That is the plot of the movie. Everything after that is just we are running from Ezekiel. But while they're running away, because she can see the future, so you think, well, she knows what's going to happen, and she knows the results of her actions before they happen, which makes her responsible for those results. She blows up a car full of innocent people. She blows up a helicopter full of innocent people. And then Ezekiel gets to her at the end, and she says, because he starts hunting the girls because he gets a premonition every day of his life because he's been cursed because he got superpowers from a spider he wasn't meant to. So his curse was he gets premonitions of the girls killing him every single night. So he is like, well, you're going to kill me in the future. I'm going to kill you first, which means he's acting in self-defense, which means he's not the villain. And then he gets to her at the end, and she's like, your visions were never of them. Your visions were of me. And then she kills him. And it's like, but none of the events of this movie would have happened if he wasn't trying to defend himself. So it's very difficult, apart from him killing two people 30 years ago, to put him forth as the bad guy. Whereas she kills innocent people and then killed this guy, despite the fact he's acting in self-defense. She comes across as the villain, but she's not meant to be.
Yeah. That happens a lot in these movies nowadays because they don't know how to write nuance and interesting twists.
Oh, I don't think it's that. I think their moral structure is opposite everybody else's. So what they think that she's the hero when because that she aligns with what they think is good.
Yeah.
Whereas to me, what she's doing is evil.
Yeah.
Here, we'll give you guys something better to look at. Sydney Sweeney was the only, like, everyone was talking about her dress at the premiere. She's really pretty, and they tried, I said this before, they tried to make her look dumpy. They didn't succeed. Like, they
did.
Dimmed her down a little bit. Like, but I mean, she's a really pretty girl, and I don't understand why they had to try and like dull her shine. You know, it's kind of weird.
Hang on, that link won't work for some reason. I don't even know what's happened.
Yeah, this was a nice dress. I thought you guys could use a refresher.
I dig that dress a lot. Yeah,
it's nice. Oh, did you send something to Disparu?
Yeah, but the link seems to have messed up in there.
Oh,
you'll have to if you copy it all and then just Control C and V to the thing, because for some reason
making me do all this work.
It stops at the brackets. Yeah, but that this is what they turned her into, and they entirely annihilated her. Like it's oh well, it's loading. It's not showing. Oh, there you go.
There it goes.
Yeah,
is it there?
She's in the middle. And you were like, that is deliberate. You have tried your best to utterly make her just look
regular, I guess.
Well, yeah, just run of the mill, no one would pay second attention to you.
Not even regular. She just there's no assets, there's no hips, there's no waistline.
It's rather amazing that they managed to hide them.
Stockings off in a really awkward way. Plus the shoes are so fugly.
Yeah.
I'm not digging the shoes.
Ugly girl.
Yeah. And her chest, she has, she's very well endowed. You've seen it in the other picture. You can't see that in this outfit.
Yeah.
And like you can make the schoolgirl look like pretty cute. Like a lot of those.
I mean, that's
like,
a side-on
Japanese
view.
girls.
And you'd be like, what happened? It's pretty amazing, actually, that you managed to do this.
There you go.
But all of the women in the thing, the moment they got on the red carpet, the moment they could dress themselves, the moment they were dressing themselves in order to advertise themselves as a product for the next movie, to get press attention, all looked amazing. And you're like, why did you ruin them for the movie?
It made her look well here.
You wouldn't even recognize Sydney Sweeney in that picture.
Yeah, no.
The shirt is absolutely horrible for a girl who has bigger boobs. It's loose at the hip, the waist. Yeah. So make her look dumpier.
Mm-hmm.
And plus put a sweater on top that doesn't match her outfit.
Yeah, they did it on purpose, 100%.
And she's not even supposed to be like the sciencey one. The one on the left is the one who, throughout 2 lines of the movie, they pretend she's like really smart with science.
This one says I eat math for breakfast on her shirt.
Yeah, there's a whole thing where she's like, oh, well, his friction on his toe isn't physically capable of hanging from a ceiling like that. And one of them she's like, the science doesn't back it up. The other one goes, oh, the science didn't stop him, did it? It's useless. She's like, oh, the science is useless. And
the science is settled.
At the start of the movie, there's a whole load of setup for various different ideas that they never talk about again. Like at one point, the evil villain is invisible to anybody but them. Never mentioned again for the rest of the movie.
Huh.
They even mention it. They're like, why can nobody see this guy climbing along the ceiling? And then they just never mention it again.
That's weird.
And
I hate when movies and shows do that. They don't explain stuff.
Madam Web murders people. Besides the accidental thing, because she gets visions of the future, which is essentially like deja vu. But the first guy that she tries to save, in inverted commas, who dies, she stops him when he's getting in his car and talks to him for ages. She's like, I think I need to drive. I'm getting a really bad feeling. I need to drive. So she delays him. And then he drives off and he gets hit by a truck. If she hadn't had the vision, then she wouldn't have delayed him, and then he wouldn't have got hit by the truck because he would have been further up the road. So her visions, sometimes she gets visions of things that only happen because of the vision that she's just had and the action she takes because of the vision. And I don't think that's deliberate. I think they just don't know how to write a script with time travel in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there was some where she had 2 visions, like there was one vision in the future and then another vision that caused that vision that then did this. And he's like, if you mapped all this out, you're basically causing your own problems.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to watch it. Like, I'm not even sailing the seas for it. I'm not going to Jack Sparrow it. I don't care. It just seems so boring.
I wouldn't. And what's funny is what you mentioned, Disparu. It could be an interesting story of her even just getting used to her powers so that she knows what to do. So you can't mitigate as much damage as possible because that man's death could push her to be a better person.
The best part of the movie, I think, was she's at the end when she's actually got her powers and she's walking through like a firework factory, and because she can see the future, she knows, in theory, I mean, like I say, a helicopter dies, but because she's so confident about what's going to happen, she's walking through an incredibly dangerous situation and always knows the next thing to do to avoid the dangerous situation. I kind of like that kind of stuff in movies where it's like precognizant, so they take various different actions that predict all the problems, and it's like all hell's breaking loose around them, but they just walk through as if it's fine. I think that would be an interesting idea for a movie, but this is like a movie that starts before the interesting thing, because none of them have powers, and it ends with her looking after them, telling them they're going to be superheroes. It's like, well, that would have been an interesting start for a movie.
Yeah.
They are superheroes and then go out and save people, you know?
Yeah, but then instead, make it an origin story, because that's what everybody wants, right?
Is it an origin story if it's just 4 girls running away from an enemy? I mean, that's what it is.
It would have been more interesting if they would have gone that route, I guess. Maybe, I don't know. But this super chat, I want to get this while it's relevant. Disparu, the beginning of your last minute web video was pretty brilliant. The way it works with the scroll over preview, well done. Thanks, Justin Martins, for the 5.
The scroll over preview?
I don't know.
It's one of those happy accidents that Disparu has happened on his video.
Well, I'm not sure what he means by it's the word scroll over preview. I'm not sure what he means.
Was there a Madam Web scroll over preview? I don't know. I'm not
well,
sure.
I don't know
either.
what a scroll over preview is. That's my problem.
There you go, Mark. That's what everyone wants to see. How about 90
It's
minutes
when
Sydney
your
Sweeney running from an enemy in
mouse
slow motion?
Just on a
hovers
beach,
over a video.
Baywatch style, just at the camera.
Were you saying Xray? Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Scroll over previews when you hover your mouse over the thumbnail and then you have a couple frames from the video show up.
Yeah, because the first 5 seconds or so of that video is Sydney Sweeney walking at the camera, doing a spin, and then she does a sort of, I know I'm hot, kind of smile.
Yeah.
This is why I started the video on it. I'm like, this will get people to watch.
Yeah.
So
one thing you learn in YouTube videos is the start of your video, people click you, they want to follow through on the title, follow through on the thumbnail, and be hooked straight away so they stay for the video, because otherwise they're going to watch somebody else. This is basic. This is how you make content. This is how you make anything. You should grip people, and then once you've actually proved that you can do something, they will stay, and you can kind of slow down a bit, but, show them the rest. Movies have forgotten this, because they assume once you're in the cinema, it doesn't matter. You've already got your money. We don't care anymore. Yeah. TV series also do the same thing. The first episode should be your best stuff, so you get people hooked.
Yeah, I agree.
I have a question for Disparu. Was the movie well paced for 2 hours, or should have been cut down to 90 minutes?
Well, it depends. It's weird in the fact that there wasn't a lot happening all the time, so yeah, you could easily have cut it down. There was like a CPR scene where they're teaching everyone CPR, and you're like, okay, you're gonna need to know CPR. There's CPR all the way through the movie. She teaches the girls CPR, but you think she could just go, this is how you do it, move on. Oh no, you have to see every single girl take over in a rhythm to do the same CPR. So you're literally watching the same scene 4 times, essentially, to watch every single person just do this with their hands for a bit. So you could cut it down, but it's not going to save the movie. What the things people liked about this movie was that it was so bad, it was funny. And I think that's probably the biggest issue with the movie. If it had been on streaming, it might have been so bad that you could get people to watch it. Because the videos that would have come out with this, if people could actually show the clips so everyone knew what they were talking about, would have been gold. It would have been.
So if it would have been just straight to Disney Plus or something, is what you're saying? If they would have just went that route instead of the theaters?
Yeah. My biggest shame about this is that I couldn't show people what I'm talking about, because when you talk about it, you sound like a mental person.
They probably would have gotten more people that were just like, I'm bored, I'll watch it.
That's amazing.
I think people would have watched it to see just how bad it was.
I think that's why anyone, most people probably, pirated it. Yeah,
I might go out and watch this now. Yeah.
This Bruce sold you.
Yeah, he sold me on it now. I kind of want to go see it. Yeah.
Well, this thing, people are like, well, Ezekiel's lines are dubbed badly. It's like, yeah, everybody's lines are dubbed badly.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It was Sony, right? It wouldn't have gone on Disney Plus because it was Sony released it.
Yeah, but he could have gone on any streaming service.
Yeah, it's Sony. Sony owns the rights to Spider-Man. It owns the rights to everything Spider-Man, including Tom Holland's Spider-Man, which apparently the rumors is that Sony is trying to fast track the next Spider-Man movie from Disney, and Disney's like, no. And they're like, no, you have to, because if you don't, then we'll just not let you use Spider-Man anymore, because they have the ability to do that. They make most of the money. Disney doesn't see a lot of the profit from those Spider-Man movies, like Sony does. Okay. Yeah, because Sony owns the rights, and Disney's just we're kind of just making it with them, kind of thing.
Well, that's the thing. Don't they need Disney involved or something like that? Because they wanted to have Spider-Man in this movie. You can tell, but they couldn't say his name.
Yeah, well, it's because if I remember correctly, what I heard was that the original script for this included Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, and they either weren't able to use him, or they decided not to, and they had to pull it all. But the rights to Spider-Man, the character, belong to Sony completely. They have an agreement with Disney to use him. It's weird. They get merchandising money for Spider-Man, but that's the thing. There's also they're almost deliberately trying to not include Spider-Man in any of these Universal movies, and the thought is that eventually they'll just include him in things. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know what Sony's trying to do here, other than just pump out these movies so they can retain the rights.
But that is the actresses in this, in the interviews, they talk loads about, oh yeah, we did all this wire work. There was one, she's like, I really wanted this scene of like coming down from the ceiling in my Spider Woman costume or whatever it was. One of them said, I put loads of hours into learning how to flip upside down on ropes and stuff and become really acrobatic. None of that is in the movie. They're in those costumes for all of like 30 seconds in 2 scenes combined for the entire movie. So
really? Wow.
It's like this was an entirely different movie that was actually about superheroes, and it just got cut and changed. It's so weird.
What was in the trailer of them in their suits is basically
that's
what was
all
in the
of it.
movie.
Yeah.
So they pulled that. That's stupid.
That's pretty bad.
All of the actresses, and I've not seen the other stuff they're in, but all of them in this, it's not like they don't want to be there, but it's like, yeah, we're just going to do this and deliver it all deadpan, and this is how I do it, and, so, yeah, I don't know what's going on, there's a Spider-Man after me, what do you mean we've got to go to the hospital? Oh, so he was with my mom in the rainforest right before she died, and it's just
that was in the trailer. It's like she made Kristen Stewart look like she had more emotion in Twilight. Like, it's just, it's bad. Yeah, real bad. But if you guys want to see good stuff, we got Epic Mike here, part of WickedVirtue. Is there anything? I have the trailer up, but is there anything that you want to talk about, that you can talk about? I know there's probably so much that you want to talk about, but what can you talk about?
I can't talk about much. I can't talk about much because we're still working on a lot of things.
Yeah.
I will say about the trailer. I will say this is I directed this short that we're about to show the trailer for, and Xray Girl was awesome. Mark was amazing too. The fact that they were willing to come hang out with us for the weekend and do the stuff that they did, and I know for Xray Girl this was your first time ever being in anything, right?
That's like a movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, she did really well. And she took directing really well. I was like trying to work out like how to do a scene, and I was like, do it this way. She's like, what does that mean? And I was like, okay, what if I was like, can you do it like this? And she's like, oh, you mean this face? And I was like, yes. And she's like, that's what this face looks like. And I was like, perfect. So yeah.
No, he's great.
Yeah, she did a really good job. So that's kind of what I have to say. I will have more new stuff to talk about with WickedVirtue soonish, but I just don't have anything right off the bat.
I just say the WickedVirtue team is really freaking awesome. I don't know if I can say too much past that. I just love hanging with you all. Yeah,
the team is really rad. I love our team. I'm really happy with everything they did. And that was actually the first time that we had worked with a lot of those people for on that team. Like we had brought in a lot of new people to help with this because we knew this was gonna be really technical. And a lot of these guys were brand new. We had just met them the first time when we got on set, and they were able to work with us to do this short film, and it was really awesome. I had a really great time doing it. So
yeah. Let's show it. Disparu will be back probably in the middle of it, but it's okay. I'm sure you've seen it. Oh, there he goes. He's back
always
just
there.
in time.
I never believe he's actually gone. I think he just turns off his camera.
He's always listening.
Yeah, I'm like Madam Web. I just multiply into 3 bits of glowing light. My superpowers is to see the future. Oh, by the way, I can teleport into 3 different people.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. I got so excited. I watched this a couple times already. I was like, when I saw Xray in it, I was like, yes. Okay, here we go.
You don't care about Mark. It's just Xray.
Hold on, it's loading. What's going on?
Some people didn't even recognize Mark right away.
Yeah.
He looks very serious. Like that.
Mark was
you see him for a split second, he's like...
Yeah, Mark was
that's the face when I yell at him, so...
Just pretend
I don't think I'd want that face. That's like, I'm going to get the gun.
Yeah.
What is going on? Hold on a second. Hold on.
Broke the internet.
Let me read.
Real quick,
you broke the entire internet.
Speaking of making movies, because this is actually something that's been on Twitter all day today. So Chris Stuckman, who a lot of people know is a movie reviewer, he refused to. He did a review of Madam Web by saying that he wasn't going to review Madam Web and refused to say anything bad, and then said that the director of the film, it wasn't her fault, that this was completely on studio interference and meddling, and so he didn't want to say anything because it's really hard to make a movie, and I do have a bit of a rant about that, and I was going to save this for some other time, but now is probably the best time. here's the thing. Movies are very difficult to make. You basically are saying, here's a weird idea that I came up with and wrote down on a sheet of paper, and I have people playing pretend with the sheet of paper to act out what I have put on this sheet of paper. And then you have a bunch of other people that are going, okay, I'm going to make lights in this room look a certain way. And you have other people that are going, I'm going to film this on a camera. And all of those people have to work together in tandem to make a cohesive, interesting story that people will watch and come back to. It is a very weird process. It's kind of ridiculous how movies get made. On top of all the other things that go into it. Here's the thing. If you make a bad movie, you make a bad movie. And it's everybody's fault when you make a bad movie when it comes to the creative side of things. When you talk about a bad movie, you're not saying, hey, you know what? Screw all the people that worked really hard on this movie and worked really hard behind the scenes, because pretty much every movie that you have, people are working hard on. The jobs are the same. Rigging lights are the same on every movie. Doing electrical is the same on every movie. If you have to do stunts in a movie, it's all fucking hard work. The thing that falls on a movie failing typically is the creative side of things. And to say, well, it's studio interference, blah, 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 you know, if the studio should be at fault for this, then why didn't the director just walk? If she wasn't happy with the way things were going, then she should have fucking walked off set and said, I'm not doing this. Or said, hey, guess what? The studio is doing this. They've taken over. They ruined it, because we've seen other studio or directors do this. And here's the thing. Chris Stuckman, I know his attitude is, I'm making movies, and so I don't want to talk bad about people's movies. But what it comes across as is, I want to get access to the kingdom, and the only way to do so is to play nice with these people. These people don't give a shit
because
about
that's the
you,
reality.
Chris. Because that's the reality. They don't give a shit about you, though. That's the thing. They think you're a YouTuber, and they think you're a hack, and they don't care. You could have made a really good movie, and they're going to gatekeep you out of their circles because they don't care. The best thing for anybody in the industry to do right now, because of the state of the industry, is to say, this is bullshit, and I don't want to do it anymore, and walk. Because then you will find people that feel the same way, or other people that do feel the same way will walk with you, and then you can start making your own movies. But the thing is, like, Hollywood has such a chokehold on everybody that everybody's scared to say anything bad about the industry because they'll get blackballed or blacklisted. And the thing is, if a majority of people get blacklisted, who's making movies now? They'll stop making money. People will stop going to see these movies, and they'll go, where are all the people that are good at making movies? They'll go follow those people to make good movies. There are people waiting in the wings to give people money to make movies that aren't part of Hollywood. Like, you have to stop trying to placate to these people. They don't care about you. If they gave such a shit about you, why aren't they reaching out to Chris Stuckman behind the scenes and being like, oh my God, let me give you more money for your movie? Why are you still having to crowdfund stuff? Why didn't anybody come to you and give you the keys to the kingdom if that's how awesome you are, or how, you know, if it's so hard to make movies and everything like that, then they should be willing to accept anybody with open arms as making movies, but they don't. They gatekeep. They only hire people that they think are right. And the thing is, they look at you right now, like Chris Stuckman, as a cis white male who's making movies on YouTube, and they don't care about you. They don't want you as part of their club. So go make your own shit and stop trying to placate to these people. Talk bad about bad movies. Here's my thing. If my movies suck, I want people to say, I didn't really, you can say it nicely. It wasn't very good. I think they could do better. And then guess what? It's on me as a creative to go, okay, I can go, fuck you, you don't know what you're talking about, I'm going to keep making my shit. Or I go, you know what, I need to get better. I need to get better at my craft. Because the thing is, if you don't have a place to start and you can't ever grow, then you'll never get better at making movies. If nobody criticizes anything that you do, then you'll never get better as a creative. That's how creativity works. You write a bad story. Works. Yeah, that's how everything works. Hey, this movie sucks. Okay, I'll go make a better movie. Hey, this movie's a lot better than your last movie. And then actually people will start to like have your back. They go, wow, I've watched him grow as a filmmaker, or I've watched this person grow as a writer, or I watched this person grow as this or that. That's the only way to get forward in anything, is to start somewhere and get better at it as you go. I mean, so it's kind of a rant, but I just think it's a really disingenuous attitude to have, and it does. It comes all across, and people defending him going, well, you know, we just try not to hate on everything. It's not hating on something to say it's a bad movie. If it's a shitty movie, it's a shitty movie. There's no other way around it. Like, go ahead, Disparu.
Yeah, if you're surrounded by yes people, you'll never get better. So Sorry, that's all I wanted to say.
You knew that I was gonna.
Yeah,
I wanted to
go
talk.
ahead,
I hadn't said anything.
He was waiting. He was very quiet. He was very patient. Go on, Disparu.
There was a few things. Like the first thing is, if you say that I review movies, but I only want to review good movies, and so I'm not going to review this one, you've already called it a bad movie. By not being willing to talk about it, you have proven that you know it's bad, which is why you don't want to talk about it, because you only talk about good things. So you've already criticized it in the worst way possible anyway. Secondly, no matter what you create, you're responsible for your own actions. Doesn't matter if somebody tells you to do something. There was a great thing, actually, where they did a writing test between like a professional author and just a random guy off the street, and they just gave them lists of characters and random things to put into it, like a rabbit and a machine gun and stuff. And the idea was a professional will come up with a better story than a crap person, and they did. He came up with a better story just given the random list of objects than the non-writer did. Because despite, even if somebody gives you a list of things that seem more difficult, a good writer should still be able to make something decent out of it, even if it's not the best thing. Yeah. Madam Web was just awful. Like, there was nothing about it that was good. It wasn't like, oh, well, it was good, but it was held back by, some random thing that a studio person would have put in. Next up, when she's in their interviews, if she knows that she doesn't want something, she could just go, well, the studio told me to put it in. That was a note from a director. Like, you can say this stuff. You're not bad-mouthing somebody. You're not saying anything specifically. It's like, well, why did you make a powers like this? Well, a director told me to. I probably would have done something a little bit differently, but, many hands make a movie, and, that was somebody else's decision. You can be honest, but they're not. So,
no, go ahead.
I think no matter what you do, you're responsible for what you make. And if you decide to make it, it's on you. And his argument, I think, is actually worse, because his argument was, they put a lot of effort into these things, and so I shouldn't criticize it. It's like, no, the amount of effort you put into something means nothing. I put way more hours into a Wheel of Time video than I did a lot of the other stuff, but people aren't interested. That's on me. I chose the topic. I knew people wouldn't be interested in it. I chose to put the effort in. Yeah. It's just because you put hours into something, nobody owes you a view. But he's like, oh, well, someone spent time. You could spend a lot of time on something that's ass. Yeah. Nobody owes you anything. Make something good for them, and you will be rewarded.
There's X amount of effort that is required to make a movie, no matter what you do, and it's a hard amount of work for all the people behind the scenes. That's why it's a hard work to make a movie. Doesn't change anything about anything. Like, it's always hard work to make a movie, regardless. That it's on the creatives. And the thing is, if you're a director, you're supposed to have control. You're supposed to direct things. It would be like you, like, being a conductor in a band and then being like, well, I don't know why the band didn't sound good. It was probably the guy backstage that probably the guy backstage that handed out the music. It's like, that's not on him. It's on you. Like, you should have been in control of this stuff. You're the one that sees everything. A director sees everything going on set. And if somebody is standing behind you going, you can't do this or don't do that or don't do this, like Disparu said, then you should say, you know what? Other people made that decision. A good example, and this is how you can say, this is why you can say that argument is bullshit, is go look at Spider-Man 3 with Sam Raimi, and you can see that there's obvious studio interference.
It reboots. It reboots at the same time every week. I can't help it.
That's funny. Sam Raimi, like in Spider-Man 3, there was obvious studio interference, and you can see where Sam Raimi's movie was and where you can see where studio interference was. And Sam Raimi purposely admitted he purposely made the stuff that the studio put in really shitty because he didn't want to do it, and they forced him to do it. And he has gone on record as saying the studio interfered with my work and I didn't like it. But all these other directors, they're typically young and inexperienced, and all they want is a seat at the table. And so they don't want to make waves. They don't want to become problematic and all that stuff. Yes, and then you end up getting these people that'll just say anything they can about the studio to be nice and play, because they hope that the next time that they do that, they'll get their piece of the pie. They'll get a chance to exert creative control. You will never get that from studios. Yeah. Once they know that you're a yes man and you'll do anything that they tell you to do, that is all your projects will ever be. The people go ahead.
No, go ahead. Sorry. No, finish. I'll pop in after.
The people in this industry that have creative control of everything are the people that are called assholes behind the scenes because they're perfectionists and they want creative control of everything. Spielberg, Nolan, Kubrick, even what's his fucking name? Coppola. Like, all of these guys are like known as they're jerks.
Good people
Because they're driven and they're like, I know what I want.
They're actual artists. They care about what they're making. And that's what I was going to get into with Disney. You see all these directors and that they're hiring now, they have complete control over them. And that's why Disney's failing so horribly, because the suits are in control, not the actual artists that write good stories. So just like you said, they want people they can control. And that's not just Disney. It's a problem with a lot of companies right now. But
But you will get that, the more competent you are, the better you are at a job. And if you want to get anywhere in life, disagreeability is something that helps you a lot. Yeah. Now, all of society and everyone you meet, they will think you're an asshole for it. This is part of being, if you're agreeable, he's the nicest person I've ever met, never had a bad word to say about anyone, and you will get walked over your entire life. It is, being disagreeable is literally, because the other one is like, I don't have a right to say anything because everyone's equal. It was like, no, I know I'm better than you. I know I can do this job. Who are you? Who do you think you are to correct my work? I know I'm better than you. And then they get stuff done. Yeah. And those are this is what you will see, that those people at CEOs everywhere. The people at the top of companies will all be the same way, because those are the people that actually succeed at something and get the work done that needs to be done. And so when someone was like, oh my God, he was a person who was shouting at somebody on a set. Yeah, but was he correct? Was what he was shouting at the person for justified? Did the guy not do his job, and should he have been shouted at so he won't do it next time? All of these things. Society has become so weak, but it is those people that should be doing things, because those are the people that make the best stuff.
Yeah. Well, you always hear that. Think about some great movies like The Shining, right? There was a lot of background stuff happening there. But it was still, to this day, it's a classic. It was wonderful. Like you said, all the good directors, they get, he's an asshole. And maybe he is, but like Disparu said, it's because they care. If they don't care, it's like, whatever, but if they care, they get passionate. And sometimes I'm not going to say it's okay. Some of the stuff is probably a bit much. We don't know everything, but all these great movies.
If you don't like it, leave your job. If he's your boss and you don't like working for the boss, leave.
Yeah. That's another, just like Mike said with directors, just walk off the set. Actors can do the same thing, maybe. Well, it depends on the contract.
Exactly. No one's forcing you to stay.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like, if I'm directing somebody, like if I tell Xray girl, hey, I need you to do it this way, and she goes, I don't really want to do it that way, then like I'll have to ask Xray girl to go. I can say it nicely, but like at the end of the day, like it's still my decision. Like if you don't do it the way I'm asking you to do it, then this isn't gonna work, because I'm the one telling you this is how it needs to be done. And like you can do it kindly, and you can do it in a way that isn't like bullish, but at the end of the day, like I'm the one doing it. So like you have to do it the way I'm telling you to do it. I take advice. Mark, one of the great things about Mark is he loves movies and he knows a lot of shit, and he offered a lot of really cool stuff. And like the stuff that we could work with, I was like, dude, yeah, let's do that. Let's try that. And he nailed it. It was awesome. That kind of stuff is really cool. And that builds camaraderie between people. But at the end of the day, if I say, hey, Mark, I need you to do it this way, he did it. And he didn't fight with me.
And that's what leaders do.
Yeah. Yeah, they can hear opinion, but at the end of the day, they are the ones that have the final say. Because they're the ones that carry the can. And they're the ones often with their head on the block. So, this is the issue. It's like you can suggest things, but when you start arguing, that's when it becomes the problem. And this is the whole thing. The entire world is based around people who are told, oh no, everyone's the same as everyone. No, there is a hierarchy. He's higher than you. Do as you're pissing told.
100%. Yeah. So if my movie sucks, it's all my fault.
Yeah, it's like the whole back to the thing. When you're surrounded by people,
it's just higher above you. I mean, you could pass that on.
I'd rather have a friend that will tell me if they like.
He's not here.
Something.
You can blame him.
Yeah, I'll blame Josiah. Yeah.
He might be here. He might be lurking.
But he's in chat. We win because we're on stream.
Yeah, we win because you can see us and hear us. It's more important to have people in your life that are gonna tell you, well, listen, this wasn't that great, as opposed to someone who's just like, yeah, everything you do is fantastic, because they don't care to actually critique what you're doing. You know what I mean? Like, surrounding yourself with yes people is not good. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say.
People who will tell you something is good when it isn't don't like you. They are not
your
friends.
They're not really your friends. No.
It is crabs in the bucket, and they want you to remain in exactly the same horrible state you are. Yep. The only way you can ever improve is to know what's wrong with you in the first place. And if people aren't telling you, it's very difficult to find out for yourself.
Exactly. Yeah. All right, here we go. Here's the trailer. Hopefully Twitter lets me play it. Yeah, here we go. So good. And I love how you keep it, you don't see, the monster, right? I love that. That's how trailers should be. Keep you wondering what's going on. I'm excited for this. I can't wait.
That.
I always get all cheesy when I see Xray's face. I'm like, she's in it.
Yeah.
I liked Xray Girl's streams from that because that place was creepy. Like, even just in a normal stream.
Yeah.
Very
it was terrifying. And I had to spend the night there for 5 nights, and it was the worst. No, 4 nights.
I felt so bad in the mornings coming in, and they're like, oh, it's cold and creepy. And
yeah, it was it was really fucking cold. Yeah, because it was like in the 50s, so it was dropping down to like the 40s at night, and there's no electricity, and there was no like heat or anything. So me and like Josiah would like post up these like hospital chairs in like opposite ends so we could like keep an eye on all the equipment, and we would just like wrap up in blankets and just like try to fall asleep. And we had like a generator running at night to like keep one light on. Yeah, it was terrifying. And then it would be like I'd sleep for like an hour, and then I'd wake up, and Josiah's like his eyes would open at the same time as mine, and we just kind of like look around and we try to go back to sleep.
Yeah, we haven't been ported to Silent Hill yet.
Yeah. It was terrifying. I did not like that place. And then fortunately one night we had 2 of the crew that offered to sleep there, and I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, this is wonderful. But yeah, I was like I was trying to direct on like 3 hours of sleep. I would like I lived pretty close to set, so I would like drive home and like change and like wash up and everything, and then go back to set because I needed like to feel like a human being for like 5 minutes before I went back out.
Or you go back into director mode.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I mean, it was my first time doing it. It was the first time with that crew. And the hope is with everything else that we've done with them that it'll just get better and better, because that's how you do it,
Yeah.
You just jump in head first and you just go for it. So
by like how they set everything up, when you finally see the shot and you're like, oh my God, you wouldn't have thought you would see anything that good come out of that little contained area.
Yeah.
But that was just my thoughts.
Yeah, it was one of my favorite things. Like, I don't know. I loved being able to just be like, hey, like, all right, guys, this is what we want to do. This is the scene. This is what we're going to do. And then like my crew would just run off, and they would go get things set up, and then we'd show up, and like everything's lit, and like everything is like the set is all set up. Cause there was like all these rooms were empty. So everything you see in the backgrounds, you see stuff on the floor, all of that was purposely put there to look a certain way. And that's what I loved about it. And like, every single set piece feels different because my team set it up that way. And I loved it. It was awesome. Yeah.
Here, I'll pause it on Xray for anyone that missed it. Hold on, let me get it.
Yeah, not
no,
Mark.
Pause on Mark.
Okay.
Yeah, I dig it.
I'm gonna pause on.
Yeah.
I'm really excited. It's someone in the chat said it gives the Cloverfield vibes, and I agree with that. I love Cloverfield. Actually, when I went to New York, I sat in like the spot at the like end. Here we go. Here you go, guys. Here's Mark. I got a good one.
Shame you didn't do like a second cut of the trailer where it just goes to Xray Girl and she's like, ooh, woo, and then he carries on. Just completely breaks character, and then he just carries on. Nothing happened.
Baza.
Yeah, he looks really petrified. Like,
yeah, that's me chasing him with a slipper.
Yeah.
That's like, you haven't taken the trash out yet. I've asked you 5 times.
I'm getting your leg now. Give it back.
Yeah.
Wait, if you've got his leg, what's he running on?
Yeah.
What's he running on?
Don't you want to know?
Way.
Oh.
Yeah.
He was looking at the Madam Web red carpet.
Yeah. Maza, you cannot have your job back. I'm sorry. Maza is officially on record now. He
was one of the monsters.
Well, he was the quickest hired and fired employee in WickedVirtue history. I hired him for, I think it was less than 10 seconds. So
it's because you don't have
I can't believe you said that to Mozza. Mozza thrives off this. The more people attack Mozza, the stronger he becomes.
I called him on. Yeah, I called him because he was talking about how we needed to hire him, and I was like, "All right, Mozza, you're hired." And I was like, "Are you gonna wear blackface?" And he's like, "Yes." I'm like, "You're fired." And I told him good luck in his future endeavors.
Yeah, well, we'll hire for the next movie.
James A sent 20 over PayPal. Thank you, and it says for Xray Girl wearing her Xray Girl's wearing her fancy hat. Thank you, James.
It's my beach hat.
I can't wait to see more that you guys do. I'm so invested in it. That trailer, I'm excited. And I think you made a good call firing Mazza, because you don't want barefoot people walking around on set. Like,
he's in the chat.
Yeah, you don't want him. He's sniffing. He's going on
It's a
sniffing
liability.
people. Yeah,
He's Xray Girl's on board now. She's getting it.
No.
He's a liability.
Yeah, he's looking the batteries. You know, it's just yeah.
I mean, he could do the bakery runs for you. He's actually a pro at that.
Yeah, he comes back with like, "Where's all the donuts?" And he's like, "I got
I ate them on the way."
Yeah, I ate them on the way, and I got kicked out. Yeah,
I got banned.
He's
got one pork pie left. It's half eaten.
Yeah.
Maybe
maybe Mazza will come down to Australia and do something. I have made a vow that at some point I have to go to Australia and physically
be
attack
careful.
Mazza. Yeah.
Make sure you got your bug spray and
I'm
like
gonna go there. I'm gonna go there loaded for bear. With all my anti-venoms.
Yeah, you just need a sword.
Yeah, I have a mystical
sword and bug spray for Mazza.
Yeah, I've been working on a ritual to.
I thought that's what you meant.
Yeah.
No.
When you said bug spray, I went for Mazza, and then you went, "No, you need a sword." I'm like, "Definitely for Mazza."
Oh my god!
Thank you. I'll add that to the description as well. I only have.
He does want a
cheeky.
He always gets a cheeky pie. He gets a sausage roll and maybe a cheeky pie from the bakery.
I love how Disparu knows his order.
Yeah,
I know Mazza law.
You have. We need to get you shoes.
Yeah,
Xray Girl's very concerned.
I'm currently working
Mazza's
on
a psyop.
Yeah. Well, I think Mazza's like an elder being from like another dimension. That's what I'm kind of convinced of. I'm working on a ritual to send him back to where he came from, but we'll see if that works.
Ritual.
When you resurrected Josiah, Mazza came forth as like the other side of the bargain. It's like we will bring him back, but a cursed spirit will come with him.
With him. Yeah,
with the good, there is always
currently
bad.
Forging a
there
holy
must be
sword.
balance.
Yeah, it's an anti-Mazza sword. It's just a shoe, really, on a hilt. But
it's just a shoe.
Yeah.
The reason he doesn't have any shoes is because everyone else stole them off him, so they can chase him with them.
Oh man.
Aw.
That's fucking great.
We'll get you some shoes. Let me get to these super chats and then we'll move over to everyone's really excited for Mike. Yeah, yeah. Malty, thank you for the 5. Just because. Thank you, Malty. And Jace, I always want to say Jason. Janan. Did I say that right? Probably not. I did. Right?
That's how I say it.
Yanan. Oh, maybe that makes more sense.
That's probably more correct, but I'd say Janan. Like I have a thing, right? It's the same when Forza came out and went, actually, because it's Italian, it's got a T in it. And I caused a riot on Twitter by going, if they wanted a T in it, they should have spelt it properly. And everyone's like, it's Italian! It's like, no. If you want me to pronounce it properly, you can, in English, you can spell it properly in English. So that's Janan.
Janan Clausen?
J, with a J. Janan.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
Janan, I was saying it wrong.
Okay.
Janan. There's no I. There's 2 A's. What?
Yeah.
Janan.
That's even more confusing.
The language is very confusing, Janan.
I had a thought about women in nails. My thought is that they were a status symbol of the past, saying, my husband earns enough that I don't have to work. Nowadays, all these women have impractical nails. Oh, you mean like the freaking like 10 people? I like long nails, but I have real, like my nails are real. I can't do fake nails. The funny thing is, if I have fake nails on, I chew on them like a dog because it feels so weird. I hate the thickness. So
I chew them on like a dog and lick my balls.
No, you've gone too far.
Yeah.
I'm saying I think a nice I like my nails to be kind of long, but like those really long ones, I'm like, how do you do anything?
How do you wipe your butt properly?
That's a big question. You don't. Ew.
Listen, how do this thing? How do people with like ass implants wipe their butts?
Oh, like Kim K. I mean, they got the fake
nails.
nails.
Or like Nicki Minaj, they can't sit on their butts. Like they don't even.
They have someone do it for them, probably. I mean, let's be real.
They have someone sit on their butts?
No, wipe their butts for them.
Wipe their butts. Bro, how much have you had? How much whiskey have you had today?
There was a Big Brother episode where someone had butt implants and she was standing on camera turning them around in her ass.
Yeah.
You want to read this one, Disparu? Russell Hall? Thank you for the 2.
I mean, I'll explain afterward. You can say clitoris on YouTube. You can even type it. Apparently, you can't spell you properly. But there is things. What?
Damn.
It's like. It's part of the comment. There are things that you can say and can type on YouTube, but there's also things where you're like never quite sure if you'll get dinged for it. We know on YouTube there is an ongoing score for a channel, because once they changed the website and it was in the source code, and then they removed it when people noticed. So there's an ongoing tracker of every channel, and so me personally, I got to a point where I will substitute words just in case, because you never know. And then you also got to think into the future. Is like, what if they decide you can't say a word in the future? Because then they scan your entire back catalog, and every time you said that word, you will still get dinged for it, even if it was fine at the time. So I always substitute basically everything. I'm like, well, maybe at some point, rather than just, you won't get banned for it. It's like, yeah, but, you know, do they like it?
Gray area, I usually go, not going to do it.
Yeah. Mike Hill's been a member for 1 month. Thank you. Watch Madam Web. That's 2 hours of my L won't be getting back. A total snooze fest.
Of my life,
well, that's
I'm assuming.
Of my life. Yeah. Jason Webster, thank you for the Australian 5. I love Paris. However, there was a day I was chased by a female gypsy asking for money, or she would place a curse on me. Was it Maza? Oh, wait, you were in Paris. Sorry. I was like, Australia.
I punched a gypsy in Paris.
You did?
Did you?
Yeah.
If somebody said
steal
they
money from my friend.
Oh, okay. Well, that's... You gotta do what you gotta do. Those gypsies, man. Are they like rampant in Paris or something? Like, I've never seen a gypsy
in the subway. They're really good at.
Well, you wouldn't. You're in America.
It's true.
They come from Romania. It's a little bit far.
It's a little bit. It's a 5-minute walk.
We have them here.
Do you?
Spread.
Yeah.
16-bit mascot. Thank you for the 350. Hey guys, glad you're on tonight. Love the show. Thank you.
Yeah, they spread. They're always trying to get in.
It's like a virus. They spread. No. GJJ's been a member for 3 months. No message. Just member for 3 months. Thank you.
The gypsies are on the walls. Yeah.
he's like having a flashback right now.
Yeah. Like, they're coming on the floor.
Yeah.
Jason, thank you for another Australian 5. Madam Web has received unflattering reviews. Very much. This was like, I was one of them. Go watch it. Jason, thank you for another 5. No, go ahead. Go ahead, Drew.
I like one of my favorite types of videos to do is when everyone else is slating it, and you just find the funniest remarks that you can possibly find. It's like one review said something like, this was like getting hit in the face with an ice pick. There was like loads of things, and people just absolutely go with the best euphemisms for it. I love it.
That's great.
Christopher Nolan, Oppenheimer, and Celine Song Past Lives scored big wins at the Directors Guild Awards. Oh.
Nice.
J.H. Schwalbach, thank you for the $49.59. Do it like I tell you to do it. Something tells me Epic Mike yells that in the middle of the night often, and she was...
How else is she gonna learn?
Yeah.
Yep.
No, unironically, I do. I've always thought that when people are like, oh, well, he doesn't know how to do it. It's like, well, that's your fault. Actually, you're responsible for that because you should be correcting that behavior. It's like, well, I tell him it's good. It's like, yeah, that's your own fault.
Yeah.
A lot of people. Well, this is the thing. What my entire point is, a lot of people's lives are horrible when it's their own fault, but they blame everyone else for it. And it's like, have you been like, do you do anything to change that? If you have a problem with someone, do you tell them that it's a problem for you so that they can change it or not?
Yeah. Tell them not to do it that way, and then it'll get better.
Andrew Matthews, thank you for the 5. My birthday on Valentine's Day was made special by the Star Trek song. It made me realize I have it not too bad.
Is that
look at the bright side of everything.
Oh no, I do know. I know what the one he means.
It's the gay Star Trek thing.
Mark, speaking of fighting, I did once get in a fist fight against a gypsy in Milan. Well, you two were meant to be then, apparently, fighting gypsies. Yeah. Not many.
He won because he hit him with his leg.
Yeah.
He shot the guy.
Your leg at that point, Mark?
He shot the guy by taking his leg off. And now, if you're in a fight with somebody and they start doing something really weird, like taking their leg off, you're like, how on earth am I going to beat this guy? Yeah. He's just amputated his own foot. Like, that's already scary. But then if he starts hitting you with his own leg, that's petrifying. Like, you cannot beat a guy who will beat you with his own leg.
Yeah. Nope. I kicked him with his own leg. Well, it was a little
I mean, that's just domestic violence.
Yeah, that's just cool.
Are you okay, Mark? Blink twice. Okay.
Yeah.
We were all happy.
She said he liked it. Okay.
Yes.
That's what they all say. That's Amber Heard could have given that evidence.
Oh, well, there you go. So he didn't say he didn't use his leg. Oh no, here we go. He said he had 2 legs at the time. Okay.
That's crazy. That's some next level stuff. Those gypsies are out to get you.
Fighting around the world. Yeah, really. Yeah.
I'm not supposed to say that anymore, apparently, but whatever. Gypsies.
I mean, they exist.
You can say that.
There's a TV show of gypsies.
There's a what?
Is there?
I like how Xray Gold just said that and then
reality
muted
TV
herself,
shows.
as if that there was no more information
Nothing
required.
else to say.
No,
That's
that was
it.
it. There's
That was
reality
it.
shows of gypsies. So you're allowed to
There's
say
nothing else.
that.
No, I know you're allowed to say it. It was just the fact that you said it and then didn't give any more information. It's like, this is all you need to know.
That's it. I don't remember anything else.
Yeah.
All
It's
right.
still one of
Are
my
you?
favorite jokes from the movie Borat, because nobody talks about that movie anymore, where he meets like a lady at like a yard sale, and he thinks they're gypsies, and he's like, give me your tears, gypsy, or I will take them from you. And I don't know why, but I think that's the funniest joke ever, to the idea of stealing gypsies' tears.
I saw that movie
there was better jokes in Borat.
theaters. There
There were
was
some
I
really
saw
good
that-
jokes in Borat, but
I
some
was
of them
really
can't
young
say.
when I
we
saw
do
it,
not
though.
give women the vote because we found out that was like giving a monkey a firearm, and we have not done that after the last Zoom massacre. It was like-
So for those who do not know, BBC Pigeon is a government-funded website where they write news articles.
It's real.
And it's real.
oh yeah,
In
my taxes pay for this.
Drop pigeons in the chat,
I
everyone.
don't know what language this is, but it's English, I think.
It's supposed to be
Bro.
English. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a lower form of English for non-English speakers, where basically, because they couldn't learn how to speak English properly, they decided to just make it a language. Because why would you help
For the
somebody improve to be
people.
able to speak it properly when you can just lower the standards?
They also don't put authors on these articles all the time. I've noticed.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Yeah, we
wanna
never
be
look.
credited with authoring this. Yeah.
It makes you wonder whether it's like someone really high up, like an actual newsreader or something. So they'll do like the 6 o'clock news report with a really prestigious name, but in their downtime they do this.
Yeah.
It's for extra cash.
That's crazy. Oh my god.
So in case Mike doesn't know, what we do is we just take turns reading sentences. It's probably not that long of an article, but like we'll go.
Yeah, we
like
do a
paragraphs.
paragraph each.
Yeah.
I'm about it.
Yes. All right. So we'll just go in order. I'll read the title and then I'll read the first one and we'll go from there. 6 most popular gifts Peepo, and our chat loves that word, for the Peepo. Gives Peepo fit give dear loved ones on Valentine's Day. Valentine done land again.
And all over the world, the last minute online buying they happen as people they try get tins to. Oh, okay.
Sorry, I made
yeah,
it
that was
bigger.
weird.
My bad. I made it bigger. Sorry.
That's what she said.
Well, it is Valentine's Day.
My
Yeah.
bad.
To gift dear loved ones.
Mike,
Oh,
Mike.
it's my turn? Oh, that's right.
third.
Valentine Day, with him they also call Saint Valentine Day, na day way people they celebrate love worldwide.
The day name came from one particular saint, but no really clear who he be, and the story around him life different. What? But I don't know what
I don't know that. I don't know. A lot of times we don't know. One of
pretty
the
vague.
most popular Tory. What does Tory mean? Most popular Tory.
story.
Oh, Tory. Get it. Okay. B say na priest way live for the era of Emperor Claudius II. Way ban marriages sake of say e day find men way go work.
So they banned marriages to go.
Yeah, so the man could go to work. Base.
Wow!
Chad move.
I wonder if that would work today.
Doesn't need to be. It's happening
but
on its own.
That's true. But Valentine no like the practice, so he come the wed people in secret, and the ruler no like M, so dem put M for prison.
Xray Girl's doing ASMR, like for Madden Web advertisement.
Yeah, I was like,
Oh,
damn.
it's so nice. You'll watch it twice.
Tory be say na on the 14th of February when dim bin one go execute na win e send letter to the jailer picking way e bin done fall for e sender love letter way I'm signed from your Valentine.
This is what they've done to your culture, Mike. Today, people around the world, they celebrate love on... No.
They spelled February wrong.
Yeah, but I'm not even sure if that's meant to be correct, though. And they
They said
literally
it
just
right
replaced
before.
E with an R. Oh, did they? Okay.
Yeah, appearance right.
I'm going to say it that way
typo.
anyway. February 14th, Valentine's Day.
Love letters still be off the gifts way people they share, but more gifts done join the group, even as practices they different around the world.
So, what be some of the popular gifts people give? They give their loved ones on Valentine's Day.
Oh God, sweets like chocolates. All right, one survey show say the top gift way people they collect for America by far not chocolate and other sweet items.
One teen about chocolate na say e-day seen as aphrodisiac. Because that didn't need a different word.
I know.
Hey, you should see when they do scientific stuff, they'll do like a really complicated sentence, which is like really, you could barely pronounce it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's all correct. Way means say na something, way they increase the ginger for sex.
Oh.
What does that mean?
I think it's literally they add ginger to it.
For
Yeah.
more sexy time.
Oh, okay.
Either that or they really like gingers.
In fact, studies say cocoa fit increased blood flow go the lower body parts.
Oh my.
You're learning something from Pigeon. What?
Yeah, I mean, I did not know this article was going to go like this when I suggested it.
So chocolate and ginger will spice your life. According to one 2021 survey, one e-commerce platform, Picodi, 32% of Nigerians they buy sweet as gifts for their partner.
Damn. Flowers. Even though some women go still ask Wittem them one take flower, statistics show saying are still 20% of women they get them as gift.
Tory be say the history of giving flowers as gift to celebrate the season been start for the Victoria era, way fit day between the 17th and 18th century, so the practice done tay small.
Perfumes. The act of using scent as gifts done even past romantic love. This days, as the celebration of Valentine between friends continue to day rise, the use of perfumes as gift done day rise too.
In fact, the Picodi survey say this now one of the gifts where both men and women for Nigeria they collect. As now wetting 40% of women they get as the gift, and now wetting 33% of men too they collect.
So it's not very popular over there.
I'm starting to understand this, and it's bothering me a lot.
Yeah.
Clothes.
You're
you
loving it.
You see through the Matrix code after you've read it for a while.
Clothes, another 10 way both men and women they collect as gift for Valentine Day.
For women, also include underwear among others. For gifts, way them they collect pass. Multi-pass.
Experiences.
I'm surprised Xray Girl got that one.
Yeah.
Experiences like going for dates or going outside to chop or watch femme or performances and such done rise in recent years. I have no idea what that sentence meant.
I never do.
Yeah, neither do they. Yeah.
E-Day even extend to spa dates, and even as simple as to come out your house, go lodge for one hotel sif.
According to bank card manufacturers, MasterCard,
that's just
the
a normal sentence.
Yeah, I know. And they had like doubled down on in the second one. According to bank card manufacturers, MasterCard, the amount of people way prefer to go out been rise by over 300% for the year 2021. They tripled down on it in the second one to make up.
It's like they suddenly got pissed halfway through the sentence. One major move for the Valentine gifting environment now say people now one only they celebrate romantic partners, but them also one take care of themselves. That's not Valentine's Day. What?
All this tins done turn into wetin people they call self-care buying.
Oh, that was actually the line that made me decide on this article.
One consumer and retail analyst for Lands Advisor, where they stay America, took say many people now don't they do what and she call I deserve am buying.
I deserve am buying.
Sounds repulsive even in this language. Some organisers nowadays organise gift packages now for Valentine, way no be just to gift older people, but for self-care.
Wait, we skipped Mike. Here you go. You can do the last one.
Oh, sorry.
It's Black History Month. I'm just kidding.
Wow.
E-Fit include
so obviously the British should have come first then.
Yeah. E-Fit include experience gifts like spa dates and tins of that nature. I don't like how close that was to regular
Tins
English.
of that nature.
Hold on, is there who wrote
That's
this? No,
it.
there's no
my
who
God.
wrote it.
That was rough.
They're all
Do
the
it every
same.
week.
Right.
Except some of them do really serious topics, and once we did I can't remember what it was, but we did a
Top
really
Tory.
serious topic. And it was like somebody had died or something, but we would take it was like you can't help laughing no matter how funny it is.
Still my
But
favorite
you're like,
title.
legendary people
Dumbledore
were very
don't die.
upset.
There was the other
That's
one with
crazy.
I think the chat's favorite was Dumbledore done die.
Yeah.
Die.
the people weren't happy.
The people weren't
gracious.
happy. Justin Martins, thank you for the 5. Sorry, my done it begun.
That's pretty bad. Wow.
Ride the guy for 5. Thank you. I just want one of these pigeon articles about the new Bob Marley movie. That would be the perfect pigeon article.
I looked for a Madam Web one first, but I couldn't find one. There hasn't been one about Bob Marley either. I mean, it would if it made records, or they do ones about like awards.
The big
So if it
ones.
ever gets up for an award,
Oscars.
maybe, yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Here, let me drop. I'm gonna put this in the description too because I have all of Mike's links, but this one I forgot. The epic verse one. I just have Mike's links, but I'll put that in right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Watch Mike. He cool.
Watch
Oh, thank
Mike.
you. I try.
Yes, I
Watch
can't
me.
wait. I'm so excited. All the stuff that you're putting
Oh.
out.
I hope it's good.
Psychotic Mongoose brings up one. Yeah, we did do one about why do de poo poo float?
Oh yeah.
that
we
was
talked about
another
poo-poo.
article.
Why people they do bum bum.
Oh, yeah. Mike's gonna lose
That's
it.
crazy.
Well, yeah,
Wow.
because like the audience, sometimes they do like here's just a general how to live your life, but it could be about the most basic of topics. It's like, no, we think people need to know this.
Good lord. Hey, I dig it.
So
I respect it.
It's BBC
Well,
News, they could show anything.
we'll start with Mike before we end here. What do you got going on? Any streams? Anything? Just everything you got going on.
God, I always have a lot going on. Tomorrow, at some point in time, I don't remember. I think is it 9 o'clock my time?
I have no
I think
idea.
it's 9 o'clock my time. We're gonna be on Lethal Lightning's channel talking about Halo episode 3. I'm surprised we're already 3 episodes in. It feels like we're more like 12. So yeah, go check that out. Check me out on Kick. We rocked it yesterday. I just had a stream where I got roasted for 4 hours. And it made me almost want to quit playing Call of Duty for the rest of my life. So that was cool. You can catch me on Tuesday Night's Main Event every Tuesday. You can catch me every Thursday on Secrets of the Frost Maiden in the morning, or in the afternoon at 1 p.m. Eastern time. You can catch me in the evenings on Josiah Rise's channel for our Epic Verse podcast at 8 p.m. Eastern. And yeah, I think that's all I got going on right now. Yeah.
The only 20 things I got going on. There'll be more.
Yeah, there'll probably be more at some point. So
And
yeah.
make sure you're following Epic Verse on Twitter as well.
Yes. And also
actually-
the website epicverse.tv. That is a place I've tried to tell people, because a lot of people have asked. That is a placeholder website. The real website will be going live at launch, with all the information on it, and you guys will know a lot more, and we'll talk a lot more about what the website's going to be like when it goes live. So, yep.
Got a
That's all I
lot
got.
going on.
Yeah.
That's all I got. I'll make sure I
That's
put Epic Verse's Twitter in the description as well.
I appreciate that.
Let me put it in here right now. Disparu, what do you got going on besides? Well, you're going to be doing the stream on Lethal's channel tomorrow.
Yep, at some random time that I don't know because it got changed. And when he said, "Is this time okay?" I looked, and I swear it was an entirely different time than it is now. But either way, yeah. So I did the Madden Web reviews. They're up on the channel. I've got the Halo review, should be out tomorrow. I'm on George's channel tomorrow as well. Then Lethal's channel, and then Echo Chamberlain's channel on Monday, along with whatever video comes out on Monday. So a lot. Yeah. Well,
there you go.
They both asked me before Florida, and I went, well, I can't until after that because I'll be busy. And then I never ended up going, so I probably could have done them. But now everyone's kind of come back after, so I like put it off, and now it's all arrived. I'm like, well, I don't want to put them off again, so I'll have one mental weekend. I'll be back to normal.
Yeah.
You need that. You got to recharge sometimes. Poor Xray girl's recharging, and she got.
I still need
my way of recharging.
She needs to recharge from her recharge.
my way of recharging is I just spend all day in bed watching anime and falling asleep. So for an entire day, I do nothing but sleep for a few hours, watch anime, sleep for a few hours, watch anime for like 24 hours.
I recharged on Friday. I watched Xray Girl. I'm already on season 2 of Lois and Clark. They're like 30-minute episodes. I started it and I can't stop. When I'm working, it's on the other screen. When I'm relaxing, it's on. Because I don't really relax. But Friday, I just really needed to like chill out. Right, I didn't stream or anything. Binged, and I was like, oh god, this is so wonderful. I love
this
that
is
show.
why Wicked has watched all the geek stuff, and Xray Girl is like trying to catch up desperately from like the last 100 years of content.
Yeah.
Well, that is true. When I relax, I'm like cleaning.
She doesn't. She works. House. I mean, I get that. I do that too. I get that. This is the first time I've relaxed
you could
in a while.
Clean with audiobooks.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I do.
I've got a whole load of audiobooks. Nobody knows.
I love podcasts for that.
Yeah, me too.
Oh yeah, podcasts are good as well for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. What do you got going on? You're going home. Are you going to be doing anything tomorrow? You probably shouldn't.
No,
you should probably relax.
I think I get in around 9 p.m. my time. Plus, I have to drive home, so that's going to take a while. But anyways, Monday I'll be back at streaming. Probably gaming. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I have to also get my life together.
Just got to relax and clean. But yeah, hopefully, I know you got to you're going to be flying tomorrow, but hopefully you get some rest.
I was home for only 4 days and I didn't have time to clean. And I mean, I love Mark, but he and I have very different standards of cleaning.
That's usually how it works.
Yeah, because you're Asian. Yeah, I get it.
And he's a man.
Yeah, that too.
It's not his job.
It's functional.
Before I say what I got
You're
going
laughing.
on,
I'm serious.
Got a couple more.
I know. That's why I'm laughing.
We got Stone Cold Steve Austin in the chat. Thank you for the $2. Hostage video Xray Girl did on F&T had me rolling. Thank you, Stone Cold, for the $2. Tunberry Masa for the 50. Thank you so much. Thanks for the stream. Have a great weekend. Peepo. Here you go. We'll give you this one.
Oh my God.
Queen.
Yes.
Thank you for these. Yeah, Mike gets it. He gets it. Justin Martins for $10. Thank you so much. Disparu, where are you and Az doing a stream? Oh, were you and Az doing a stream still? Sorry.
Oh, there was. He was right. There was something that we are going to do a stream on, but I can't remember what it was about.
I don't remember.
So maybe
we were supposed to do it 1 week, and then I think we just never set a time, and it never happened. But I can't even remember what it was about.
Oh,
YouTuber.
I know what you're referring to, but I think we just never mentioned it again. So it just never happened.
Maybe someday in the future it'll happen. You guys know where to find me. You're here, so I'm on here. I have my Wicked Manja channel, which is a food channel that I'll be uploading more soon. This week I'll have something up. I'll be doing my gaming streams over here and on Kick. And yeah, that's it. And then History of Pirates next Monday. We'll have another podcast. I'll be over there. And that's all I can think of right now. So thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you so much, Mike, for being a guest. We had so much fun with you. You did a great job with Pigeon.
Love you, Mike.
Everyone was so excited for that. But yeah, if there's we covered everything. Okay, sorry, I'm tired, man. It's been a long day. So we are out, guys. Thank you so much, chat. You were awesome tonight. Bye, everybody.